Miss Young, good morning.
Um,
How are you?
Well,
Good. All right. All right. Miss Grace is hosting. Miss Greenhouse is here. Good morning, Miss Greenhouse. How are you?
good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Okay. Do we have any PDs in the courtroom? Mr. White's on Zoom.
Judge, I'm here.
Mr. Vedot. All right. Good morning, sir.
I was just talking to a client in the back.
No worries. Are y'all ready or do y'all need a few moments?
Judge, there may be some pleas ready. I'm not really sure who's here in the courtroom with me. There's a bunch of folks. Let me find out from the deputy who's here and I can let the court know.
Good. Thank you. Hey. While I'm waiting, position number 3, who's our prosecutor? Miss Falk or anyone else? Miss Harrison, I just want to confirm. Good morning, Miss Falk.
Yes, Your Honor.
So position number 3 is being transferred to the DA's office?
Yes, I'm actually working on the transfer orders right now as we speak
Okay. All right.
to send to the court.
Okay.
Both have been transferred, that position, and then I think the other one was Sanchez Griffin.
I've got Adrian Carter as well, position 8.
Adrian Carter and Sanchez Griffin, both of those were approved for transfer.
Okay, then that's position 28.
That's what I can do. We don't need it.
See now.
Ms. Falk?
Yes.
I just want to let you know, I just sent you an email this morning on a couple of cases. And also I sent you an email maybe yesterday on some others. I know you've been
Judge Law and I had a wonderful, delightful afternoon of long cases in SCA. So
I missed it.
I don't remember being long, but I just remember it being delightful. Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
I see your email. I will respond.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, the two potential pleas that I have here in the courtroom are both I need to hear back from the state, their counter offers. So
All right. Just let me know when you're ready, then I can make my announcement and begin the calendar. I'm just going over the calendar to see if we can check off on any stuff that doesn't need to be addressed, like the transfers or the releases.
thank you, Judge.
Okay. I don't have any releases on the calendar. So position 10 and 11 has been null crossed. So those orders have been sent to Miss Young, who will make sure they're on the docket. Don't see any others. Yeah, quite a few. Mr. White, did you need to speak to anyone on your list? Attorney Tom White? Okay. Now, let me check on the ones with conflict is position 5. Quintavious Bell. That's Miss McLeod. Miss McLeod on Zoom right now? No? Okay. I have another matter with okay, private attorneys. Position 29 and 32. Mulambo Hambe, is there private counsel on Zoom? All right. Miss Gibbs, you represent Kavita Joseph, which is position 32, I think? No.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, it is. All
I'm
right.
not.
No, 39 to 42. Okay. Is that a male or female? Right. Sometimes the women inmates show up from the ACDC location, so I don't see them on the Zoom at the present time. So unfortunately, you may have to wait until
Okay.
ACDC comes on.
I will
And
do that. Thank you, Your Honor.
okay. And have you received any plea offers from the state?
No, Your Honor. I think Ms. Falk, I was told to reach out to you regarding an offer.
Yeah.
Followed up on an email. Hopefully it's something that we can resolve today.
Okay, so
Okay.
Ms. Falk,
I
if you
will, yes, I just saw that email come through. I will send you the offer that we sent out a couple of days ago.
Thank you.
okay. All right, I guess we'll just be in a brief recess until courtroom 2 or ACDC comes on and announces they're ready. Deputy in courtroom 2, are we still waiting?
Yes, Judge, both attorneys are talking to clients.
Okay, all right. Brief recess then. Thank you.
Hello, who is this?
Oh, Mr. White, please mute your screen.
Judge, you're ready.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judge Lal, and we're going to begin with our state all-purpose calendar with the State Court of Fulton County. These are misdemeanor cases in which individuals were recently accused of misdemeanor charges. First appearance has been held for most of the cases, and bonds have already been issued. Today, the defendant is going to advise the court as to how he or she would like to proceed with their cases. They all have been appointed counsel. They've had an opportunity to speak with their attorney, and the defendant would then let us know whether they would like to accept a plea offer from the state or enter a not guilty plea and proceed with trial. So please remember that during the course of this virtual proceeding that's not only being recorded but live streamed, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say about the facts of your case during the course of this proceeding, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Who do we have, Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, position number 55, Drayton Williams. I did have an opportunity to speak to him this morning, Judge, and I did not get a chance to ask Ms. Falk, or at least inform the court. We're requesting a NOLO plea on that case, but we're accepting the negotiated plea as is, but we are requesting a NOLO plea. And I'm sorry, Ms. Harrison, apparently, is the prosecutor on that case.
All right. It's a simple battery charge from July 9th, case number 25 CR 3928J. And Mr. Williams has been advised of his rights. Ms. Harrison, any objection to a NOLO plea?
Your Honor, I was gonna check and just make sure that he's eligible, but I believe that it might be okay. Give me about a minute. Go back.
One more.
Yeah.
Looks like this was it a rooming house situation or just a
That's an apartment, Judge.
apartment? Okay. Is pre-trial on Zoom?
Yes, Your Honor, I
Ms.
do not
Washington?
see any NOLO pleas in the last 5 years. There was an arrest in 2018 for domestic battery out of Nevada, and it lists as like community service. It doesn't have a disposition that it was a conviction. And there was also a domestic battery, I believe, out of Florida, but that was from 2012, a conviction.
Thank you, Ms. Washington. Any objection, Ms. Harrison?
No objections, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months, probation served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since July 11th. Completion of 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Charles Rogers, a stay away from 3263 Greenbrier Parkway, and no firearms. We would like to sound for Mr. Charles Rogers, and we ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea, Your Honor. And that'll be all for the state.
All right, Mr. Rogers, are you on the Zoom? All right. And Mr. Haddad, do you so stipulate?
We stipulate for purpose of the plea, Judge, we just ask the court to follow the state's recommendation as is, and if I need to fill in on the facts, I'd be happy to, but I would just ask the court to accept the negotiated plea, Judge.
Mr. Williams, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? All right, you just need to speak up when I ask certain questions. Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
Medicine, yes.
And are you still able to understand what's going on?
Sure.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes.
You're fading out. I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay. So if you plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial in front of a judge or a jury. You will not be able to go back to court to confront your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, be able to present your own defenses and arguments, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yeah.
How do you plead to one count of simple battery?
No.
Accept your nolo contendere plea, and your sentence will be 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. You will report to the probation office on Monday. I think it's the 20.
Your Honor, I apologize. He has a hold from Gwinnett. What I've instructed him is once he's released from Gwinnett, he'll have to report to probation at 132 Mitchell Street, Judge.
Okay. Once he has resolved his holds in other jurisdictions, he has to report to Fulton County probation within 48 hours. While on probation, he will complete 40 hours of community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. And this will be at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. He is to stay 200 yards away from Charles Rogers and not have any communication or contact with him, and stay away from 3263 Greenbrier Parkway in Atlanta, Georgia. He's not allowed to own or possess any firearms. Does he have any property at Greenbrier Parkway?
Yes, he does, Judge, and I would request one trip with law enforcement to retrieve his belongings, Judge.
He's allowed a one-time visit with a police officer, and he must first stop at the leasing office and get instructions from them. At all times, he must be accompanied by the police officer. That visit cannot exceed 1 hour.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Next case?
Mr. Webb. I'm ready on position 50, 50, and 51, Carlton Webb.
Okay,
I think position 53 is a failure, or 52 and 53 are the failures to appear. But I'm ready on the two mentioned, Judge.
yeah. He's got 4 positions, and the last 2 would be null pros in the event the plea goes forward.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is Carlton Webb. Mr. Webb has got 4 matters before the court. Please remember your rights to remain silent, and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. 23 CR 7563B is theft by deception. 19 CR 6784J is 1 count of battery, 1 count of battery, family violence, and cruelty in the 3rd degree. And the 2 other positions are bench warrants. Ms. Harrison, what's the recommendation for position 50 and 51?
Your Honor, for position 50, the state's recommendation is 12 months served, 48 days, credit for time served, 24 days. Defendant was incarcerated November 29th of 2023 to December 6th of 2023, and then from July 9th of 2025. The balance will be probated, completion of an anti-theft course, restitution to the victim, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Tyler Cummins, a stay away from 120 North Avenue. And this is a global recommendation with 19CR006784J, which is position 50. Count 1 battery will merge battery, family violence. The state's recommendation is 12 months served, 90 days. Credit for time served, 33 days. Defendant was incarcerated August 8th of 2019 through August 10th, and then August 24th of 2023 through September 6th of 2023, and then again on July 9th. The balance will be probated, completion of a family violence intervention program, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Kiana Williams, a stay away from 3144 Martin Luther King Drive, no firearms, and count 3 will be 12 months probation consecutive to count 2. And we will sound for Ms. Williams at this time, but we ask that the defendant stipulates a venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea.
I don't see a Ms. Williams on Zoom. Mr. Haddad, does your client accept the terms and with the understanding that he'll be on probation for up to 2 years? And do you stipulate to the factual basis of venue and ID?
Judge, we stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and ID. I would just ask the court to consider non-reporting after a year, assuming all the conditions are that he's in compliance, Judge.
Any objection?
We have no objection, Your Honor, and I do want to note for the record, the restitution amount in position 50 is $76.
$76. Okay.
I've discussed that amount with my client since it's based on the report, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Webb, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
No, Your Honor.
And have you understood what's going on in your cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you prepared, are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you decide to enter this plea to these 2 cases, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to court to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, and the prosecution won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to theft by deception from November 27th, 2023?
Guilty.
Repeat.
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 48 days, credit for time served 24 days. You'll report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. And while you're on probation, you will enroll and complete an anti-theft class, pay $76 in restitution, do 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. At all times, you're to have no contact with Tyler Cummins and stay away from 120 North Avenue. With regards to 19 CR 6784J, how do you plead to battery, family violence, and cruelty in the third degree?
Guilty.
Count 1 battery will merge into count 2, which is battery, family violence. For battery, family violence, that particular sentence will be concurrent with the previous case. And for count 2, the sentence is 12 months to serve 90 days, credit for time served 33 days, which means you'll have additional jail time. That would, of course, postpone your visit to probation. After the additional jail time is completed, you will then report to probation within 48 hours of being released. While on probation, in addition to the other conditions I've mentioned, you will also complete a domestic violence intervention program, which is a series of 24 classes that you will have to complete at your expense. The 40 hours of community service will be the same 40 hours I've just previously mentioned at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and school. In this particular case, you're to have no contact with Keona Williams and stay away from 3144 Martin Luther King Drive. At all times, you're not allowed to own, possess, or have any firearms. With regards to the cruelty in the third degree, count 3, that would be a consecutive term of probation, and that would be 12 months of probation. If you have completed all your conditions and you are up to date with your probation fees, then for count 3, cruelty in the third degree, your probation may be non-reporting.
Thank you, Judge. Andrea Reed. Mr. Reed?
Oh, and his bench warrants, positions 52 and 53 are null prost. What's the next case?
On a position number 44, Andrea Reed. Andrea, I apologize. Andrea Reed, Judge. That's ready for a plea, Judge. The only change, it's going to end up being time served because he's been in custody for longer than indicated in the plea recommendation, Judge.
Let me see. So count 3, simple battery would be 12 months probation consecutive. And count 2 will merge with count 1. So he'll be pleading guilty if he moves forward to 2 counts. And what did you say? It's 45 days credit for time served, 15 days. So is that going to be amended?
Yes, Judge. He's been in custody since May 30th. So it's in essence, it's a time served sentence, Judge.
Let me see.
And I had Ms. Falk agreed with my assessment, Judge.
All right.
Your Honor, long story short, the defendant was arrested on May 30th. The warrant was not actually put on the system until July 11th, but it was for an incident that happened in April of 2025. So hypothetically, the warrant should have been levied on him when he was arrested on his other charges.
So is this going to be 12 months to serve 45 days, credit for time served 23 days?
That should be correct, yes. Well, no, it should be more credit for time served than that because he was arrested on May 30th. So that actually should be
30, 54 days?
56 days, according to the jail system.
So
Your Honor,
what,
I'm sorry, Judge. I would just ask perhaps to sentence him to 56 days with credit for 56 days.
that would be fine.
That's how long he's been in, so.
Credit for time served 56 days. All right. Does he have any other holds or matters at the jail?
Your Honor, let me just double check. Your Honor, he has a case, still a felony case here in Fulton County. He's got, I'm not sure exactly when his court date is, but he also has a Clayton County hold. So, and then what I've instructed him is upon release, wherever he's released from, he'll have to report to probation either 24 or 48 hours, or as the court instructs accordingly.
I see that he was booked in on a robbery charge on April 10 or May 30th, and he's got a hold. Did you say Clayton County?
Yes, Judge, according to my notes.
Clayton County, okay. So what would we like to do today?
We're ready for a plea, Judge.
Okay. This is Andrea Reed, case number 25 CR 003923F. Mr. Reed was originally booked in with 2 counts of battery and 3 counts of simple battery from April 15th, 2025. Mr. Reed, you've been advised of your right to remain silent. Your attorney is Mr. Haddad. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? You need to say yes or no for our court reporter.
He did say yes, Judge.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so Ms. Harrison, what's the recommendation for count 1 and count 3?
Your Honor, count 1 will be time served, 56 days, credit for time served, 56 days. I believe the defendant has been incarcerated since May 30th. The balance, well, okay,
Are we still going on probation?
he has holds.
Well,
I'll-
once he's released from the hold, then he reports to probation.
Patient. Yeah, we will still go with that, Your Honor.
So you're still pursuing probation?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the terms of probation?
So the balance will be probated, an 8-week anger management course, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with George Cook, a stay away from 1960 Allison Court, Southwest Atlanta, and count 3 will be the 12 months probation consecutive with count 1. And we ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea.
And Your Honor, we stipulate, just ask the court to consider non-reporting upon completion of all conditions, or at the very least after 12 months, Judge.
I will, as if he's resolved all his other holes, then that should be fine.
Thank you,
The
Judge.
Right.
state has no objection.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Reed, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes.
You understand that if you decide to plead guilty to these 2 charges, you would have to give up your constitutional right to a trial in front of a judge or a jury. You won't be going back to a court of law to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, present your own defenses and arguments through your counsel, and have the state prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to 1 count of battery and 1 count of simple battery from from April 15th, 2025?
Guilty.
Your sentence for the battery charge is going to be 12 months to serve 56 days, credit for time served 56 days. Once you have resolved your holds either at the Fulton County Jail and or any other jurisdiction, you will then report to the Fulton County Probation within 48 hours of being released. You will begin your probation with completing 8 anger management classes, 40 hours of voluntary community service at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. Have no contact with George Cook. Stay 200 yards away from Mr. Cook, and stay 200 yards away from 1960 Allison Court in Southwest Atlanta. Count 2, battery, will merge with count 1. Count 3, simple battery, your sentence will be 12 months probation, consecutive with count 1. This probation may be considered non-reporting if you have completed all your conditions from count 1 and you are up to date with all probation fees and court costs. For the count 4 and count 5, these charges will merge into count 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Not connecting.
Is the Rico Hudson here?
Your Honor, excuse me, did probation become non-reporting?
Only if he completes all his conditions from count one and probation fees are up to date.
Yes, ma'am.
And who do you have, Mr. Haddad?
You're on position number 33 and 34, Derico Hudson, Judge.
Okay. Derico Hudson is accused of battery, family violence, willful obstruction, and disorderly conduct, 24 CR 820Y from February 16th of 2024. He has a bench warrant 25 FTA 1327 from April 4th, 2024. Mr. Hudson, for purposes of the plea, may I place you under oath? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Repeat.
Yes,
Thank you. Ms. Falk or Ms. Harrison?
Well, Your Honor, I neglected to add ASG Harrison to the email I sent Mr. Haddad because I was moving a little fast. Just to let ASG Harrison know, we have agreed to do a one-time law enforcement escort to the location of Holly Street Northwest. The defendant can take possession of the residence if Miss Lisa Cruz does not reside there. Thank you.
Thank you. Your Honor, the state's recommendation for count one, battery, family violence, is 12 months, served 45 days, credit for time served 23 days. Defendant was incarcerated February 17th through 19th of 2024, and again on July 5th. The balance will be probated, completion of a FVIP course, 40 hours of community service, no further contact with Lisa Cruz, stay away from 236 Holly Street Northwest with the exception of a one-time police escort, and the defendant can take residence if Ms. Cruz is not there. Count two, willful obstruction, is 12 months probation consecutive with count one, completion of 40 hours of community service and a $300 fine, and count three will merge with count two. And we ask that the defendant stipulates a venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea. Would also just like to sound for Ms. Cruz out of an abundance of caution in accordance with Marcy's law. And that'll be all for the state.
Lisa Cruz, if you're on Zoom, this is the time to unmute and start your video. And Mr. Haddad, do you so stipulate?
We stipulate, Judge.
All right. And just to clarify, Mr. Hudson was in custody for 2 days in 2024, and then he was rearrested on July 5th of this year. So didn't want to leave the impression that he's been in custody since 2024. Mr. Hudson, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
Well,
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
well,
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
well.
If you decide to plead guilty to 2 of these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial, to be able to confront your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, and have the state prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Well,
Repeat.
yes.
How do you plead to 1 count of battery, family violence, and 1 count of willful obstruction of an officer?
Guilty.
Count 3, disorderly conduct, will merge into count 2. For the battery, family violence, your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 45 days, credit for time served 23 days. If you have no other holds, you will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m. You will enroll in a domestic violence program within 30 days of being released. You will complete 40 hours of community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. You are to have no contact with Lisa Cruz and stay away from 236 Holly Street in Northwest Atlanta and not own and possess any firearms. Upon your release, you are allowed a one-time visit to the location at 236 Holly Street, and you must go there with a police officer. If the police officer verifies that the property is no longer occupied by Miss Lisa Cruz, you may then reclaim possession of the property if you are entitled to do so. I do not know if it's a rental property or whether it's his own home. What is the status of the property, Mr. Haddad?
I was told that it was a family home, his family's home. I did not inquire whether it's an apartment or an actual single. He says it's actual house, Judge. It's not? Okay. Okay.
No, hold on. Your mom's house is still down? Does Miss Cruz live there? No. Okay, she live next door? No.
Okay. All right. My client's mother lives 2 houses down. It sounds like the incident location was, she does not, that 236 Holly Street, Judge, is not my client's mother's address. And on the warrants, Judge, I think it's like 245 Holly Street. That's where my client lives. I suspect that the incident happened a couple houses down, but apparently Ms. Cruz does not live there. So, I guess we can put a stay away from 236, since he does not live there, nor does Ms. Cruz. That's what I was told. I have not, independently confirmed anything, but I do know that the warrant has a slightly different number on Holly Street, Judge. For my client, I'm sorry.
Ms. Falk, what was your understanding of this stay away?
No, it's this.
Your Honor, my only understanding of this is that it was requested that he be able to go back to the stay away address. And because I'm unsure whether the victim still lives there or not, we asked that the address, that he have a one-time escort to make sure the victim does not reside there. Now, what I'm not sure about is if the address that is listed on the plea recommendation is actually the address where all of the parties were living at the time. I believe ASG Harrison may be able to look and let us know that.
Yes, I'm actually in it right now. Give me just one second. I got an error message from Odyssey. But Mr. Haddad, you said the address where his parents live on the Holly Street is 245?
The warrant has
Well, let me ask you this. Where does Mama live?
Right.
254 Holly Street,
Lovely.
Southwest.
254, and the warrant says 236. Okay. Mr. Haddad, has Mr. Hudson also resolved his current felony holds?
no, Judge. He still has that coming up. He's got a prelim scheduled for next week on that case, Judge. So what I've instructed him is the court may advise him as to when to report to probation upon a certain number of hours or days upon release from that charge, Judge.
Who's the alleged victim from the harassing communications?
Your Honor, the warrant alleges it's Ms. Cruz, and that's something that I've discussed with him as well.
Yeah, no. He's not going to be anywhere near Hudson. Anywhere near Holly Street.
Understood.
No.
The
July
issue-
5th, harassing communications with Lisa Cruz by text messages. I'm reading this warrant. No, Mr. Haddad. He's got open felony charges with the same victim.
Judge, I'm not here to address the warrant. I'm not arguing any of that, Judge. I'm just, what I'm requesting, Judge, is that if the law enforcement can confirm that she does not live at,
I don't care whether she lives there or not.
the stay away is in effect, Judge. But it's his home. The court cannot, if she does not.
Yes, I can. He's got now I've got 3 felony charges involving the same victim. One of them is possession of firearm by a convicted felon. I can make him stay away from Holly Street.
Let me have a second.
He's trying to game us, Mr. Haddad, by asking that I'm not even happy with this plea now. So
I've explained it to my client, Judge, and stay away. I told them that this court is imposing a stay away from that Holly Street, Judge. And he has to abide by that.
all right. I'm removing the one-time visit to Holly Street. I'm removing, and he has to stay 200 yards away from 236 Holly Street. And if that involves 254 Holly Street, anywhere, as long as it's within a 200-yard gap, I don't want him anywhere on that street. If he wants to visit his mom, mom can come visit him, but he can't go to that location.
Understood, Judge.
All right. So going back to the Battery family violence sentencing, again, no further contact with Lisa Cruz. Not only is this not going to be a sentencing order, but he's also got that in his bond order from his felony case. He has to stay 200 yards away from her, not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. And if he's seen anywhere near Holly Street, or if he attempts to communicate with her, this sentence will be revoked. With regards, and of course, no firearms. He's a convicted felon. He's not allowed to own, possess, or have any firearms. With regards to the willful obstruction, this is a 12-month consecutive sentence for probation, in which he will be required to complete an additional 40 hours of community service and pay a $300 fine. This means that once he has resolved his felony hold and any other holds that he has, he will report to probation within 48 hours and be on probation for up to 2 years, in which he'll be required to complete all these conditions, including the 80 hours of community service and the $300 fine. And no, I will not amend this to non-reporting.
Understood.
Count 3 will merge into count 2.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning, Ms. Francois. How are you?
Good. Hope you're doing well. I have a private attorney case. It's going to be position number 39 through 42. The name is Ms. Joseph.
Okay. Let's see now. This is Kavita Joseph, accused of DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol less safe, and failure to maintain lane, from November 16th, 2021, under case 21DF 6481Y. Ms. Joseph also has a second DUI case, 24DF 005104D, and this is from a September 24th, 2023 incident. And Ms. Joseph has got 2 bench warrants from June 11th, 2025. Ms. Joseph, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney, and representing you at the present time is Ms. Madison Gibbs. Ms. Joseph, do you see Ms. Madison Gibbs on the screen? Ms. Gibbs, if you want to wave your hand perhaps in front of the screen. Yeah. All right, good. All right, Ms. Gibbs, have you had an opportunity to review any plea offers from the state?
Yes, Your Honor, and I did have, I did send back a response, and I don't know if it's something that, if Ms. Falk and I could potentially be put in a breakout room for a quick second to discuss, see if we can get to the resolution. Do
you need to speak with your client as well?
Yes, after I speak with Ms. Falk.
Okay. Francois, is there a number that Ms. Gibbs can have, or do you need her number in order for her to speak with Ms. Joseph?
That is correct, Judge. She can give me her number. We'll give her a call.
All right.
And,
yeah.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Ms. Falk.
Ms. Gibbs, just to kind of make it easy, the state is not agreeing to reduce the amount of time. She has 2 DUIs. So you can go non-negotiated though. You're more than welcome to.
Okay. We've been working on this case with the, okay. We were in the
Speak to your client. Ms. Gibbs, speak to your client. All right.
And if you do have a different plea recommendation from another ASG, feel free to send it along, but I haven't seen one.
Okay.
All right.
We were in communication with the other ASG and waiting on something. So that's what I was trying to follow through with. But my phone number.
You can put it in the chat directly to the participant FCSO/ACDC-2.
Okay, perfect. I will send that to them now and
Okay,
answer
thank
that
you.
phone call whenever I get it.
All right,
right, thank you.
Francois, we will come back with Miss Joseph until after Miss Gibbs has had an opportunity to speak to her, and then perhaps communicate further with Miss Fall. All right?
Not a problem, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Courtroom 2, Mr. Bartel, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just letting the court know, I have the other ACDC cases. I don't know if y'all want to do those first, or come back.
I'll ask Deputy Francois if she's ready. Who did you have there?
I only have one more from I have position number 12, Miss Curry.
Is that your client, Mr. Bartel?
Yes, I'm ready, Your Honor, on that. That's going to be a negotiated plea.
Okay, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Regina Curry is at the ACDC location, case number 25CR3912G, accused of criminal trespass from July 9th of this year. Ms. Curry, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney, and Mr. Paul Bartel will be representing you. Do you see Mr. Bartel on the screen? Yes or no? You probably have to move a little closer. The speaker, the microphone is closer to the monitor. Thank you. All right.
Hard to hear on that.
Okay. Can you hear? Can you see your attorney?
Yes,
Thank you. Ms. Falk, what's the recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months served 32 days, credit for time served 16 days from July 9th, 2025 until today. Balance suspended. Stay away from the underground Atlanta located at 50 Alabama Street Southwest. The state would ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Mr. Bartel, do you accept the terms, and does your client accept the terms, and do you so stipulate?
Yes, we do, Your Honor, on both counts. And nothing further, we would just ask the court to accept the agreement.
Both counts? I've only got one count of criminal trespass.
Right, count.
Oh, okay. All right. Ms. Curry, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth?
yes,
How have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
no, Your Honor.
And you can put your hand down. And have you understood what's going on?
Yes,
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
yes,
Has your attorney explained to you that if you decide to plead guilty, you would have to give up your right to a trial? You won't be in a courtroom to face your accusers, challenge the evidence brought against you, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
whatever it is.
Repeat.
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to one count of criminal trespass?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance suspended. Your time for this case is over. However, please do not return to the underground Atlanta at 50 Alabama Street. Otherwise, you will be arrested again.
Okay.
So you can go around on the underground, but you cannot be at the underground property. Understood?
Yes,
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Did you have another client at ACDC, Mr. Bartel?
Yeah, I don't know if they're present now, Judge, but well, number 6 and 7 was Beausarge. That will be a reset to the 11 a.m. calendar.
Okay. 6 and 7 are reset to today's 11 a.m. calendar?
Well, I would ask the 31st because she declined to visit with me this week. So I want to make another attempt.
Okay. Position 6 and 7, Sondra Beausarge, is reset to July 31st at 11 a.m. Anything else, Mr. Bartel?
Yes, I have the other cases at ACDC, Your Honor. It looks like they don't have anybody else out yet.
No, I think, yeah, we'll wait for
Okay.
Francois. We'll come back.
Yes, Judge, we'll come back. I wanted to do these two cases first and then take them back and bring the other clients.
Okay, thank you.
So, thank you.
Courtroom 2, who do we have, please?
Position 4, Mr. Bass.
This is case 25 CR 777A. Mr. Joshua Bass is accused of loitering and prowling from February 12, 2025. Mr. Bass, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Tom White. Mr. White, this is going to be a plea.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Bass, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? You need to speak up, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, and Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. State's recommendation on the loitering and prowling is 12 months served 38 days. Credit for time served 19 days. That will be from February 13th to the 14th of 2025 and July 8th, 2025 to today. Balance suspended. Stay away from the Autry Mills Middle School located at 4110 Old Alabama Road in Johns Creek. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
So stipulated, Your Honor, nothing further.
Mr. Bass, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on in your case? You need to speak louder, sir.
Yes, sir.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you decide to plead guilty to this charge, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, present your own defenses and arguments, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Please.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand the.
Okay, let me repeat this again. If you decide to plead guilty to the loitering and prowling charge and accept the sentence as recommended, you will lose the opportunity to challenge your charge in a court of law, in a courtroom. You will not get the chance to have a trial in front of a jury. You will not have the opportunity to sit with your attorney in a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence that will be presented by the prosecution, present your own legal defenses and arguments, and the prosecutor won't have to carry her burden to prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, sir.
Repeat.
I'm just saying, like, is that saying that the case is dismissed?
Speak louder.
I'm not understanding.
Mr. Bass, what she's saying is that you don't want a trial, and you understand that you're giving up your rights associated with a trial.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So are you prepared to give up these rights?
yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to loitering and prowling?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 38 days, credit for time served 19 days. Your jail time is concluded and the remainder of probation is suspended. So you can be released unless you have any other holds. But if you are released, you are to stay 200 yards away from the entire property known as Autry Mills Middle School, located at 4110 Old Alabama Road in Johns Creek, Georgia. If you're seen anywhere near that property, you will be arrested again.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, I did neglect to mention there is a add-on for Mr. Bass. It's the add-on calendar that was sent out. It's for his FTA. We are sending over the null pros order on that FTA.
Okay.
So that should release him today
All right.
or within 24 hours.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Next case, please.
Next case is position 13, Mr. Dixon.
It's also a negotiated plea, Judge.
All right. Dontavis Dixon case number is 25 CR 3948E. Mr. Dixon, you've been advised of your right to remain silent and to counsel, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Tom White. Mr. Dixon has got 5 misdemeanor charges brought against him. Misdemeanor possession of marijuana, less than 1 ounce, violation of certain acts at a bus, rail, or station, and 3 counts of willful obstruction of a police officer. Mr. Dixon, this is going to be a plea. So, Mr. Dixon, may I place you under oath? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
No.
Thank you. All right. I understand that counts 3 and 4 will merge into count 2. So that leaves us with 2 charges. Count 1 will be null crossed. Okay. And Ms. Falk, what's the recommendation for counts 2 and 3?
12 months served 58 days, credit for time served 29 days from June 25th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, stay away from all MARTA. On count 3, there is a $300 fine that runs concurrent with count 2. So that would be why the balance is being probated instead of suspended. We don't have an objection to changing that to 30 hours of community service if the PD wishes to do that for their client. And we also don't have an objection to suspending the balance once that is completed.
All right.
You ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
We do so stipulate, Judge, and would ask Mr. Dixon, would you rather do 30 hours of community service or pay the $300 fine?
Community service.
Community service? Okay.
All right.
And just ask that we convert that, Judge.
All right. Mr. Dixon, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
No.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Sure.
If you decide to plead guilty to the 2 charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to confront your accuser in a court of law, challenge evidence brought against you, present defenses and arguments, and the state won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to 1 count of violation of certain acts at a bus, rail station and willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer?
Guilty.
Count 1, marijuana charge, is null prost. Counts 3 and 4 will merge into, counts 4 and 5 will merge into count 3. For the violation of certain acts at a bus, rail station, the sentence is 12 months to serve 58 days. Credit for time served 29 days. A balance probated, and you are to stay away from all MARTA property, which includes the buses, bus stations, rails, train stations, and you're not allowed to use the buses and trains. And this also includes the amenities at the stations. For count 3, willful obstruction, your sentence is 12 months to serve 58 days. Credit for time served 29 days. Balance probated. If you have no other holds, you will report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m.
He does have.
He does?
He has holds in other counties, so.
Okay. Once you have resolved your holds in other counties, then you will report to Fulton County Probation within 48 hours. While you're on probation with Fulton County, you have to stay away from all MARTA property and complete 30 hours of voluntary community service. You can do the community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. Once you have completed all 30 hours and you are up to date with your probation fees, your probation will then terminate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next is position 2, Mr. Anderson.
James Henderson is accused of criminal trespass and giving false information to an officer from case 25 CR 3957H. Mr. Anderson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. White. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You need to speak up, sir, okay?
Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Falk, please unmute.
Thank you, Your Honor. The recommendation on this is 12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days from July 11th, 2025 until today, balance probated. Social worker visit, stay away from all Georgia Tech property and 40 hours of community service. Count 2 will be time served, 28 days, credit for time served, 14 days. The state requests that the defense stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Your Honor, we stipulate for the purposes of the plea. I believe he had a social worker visit after first appearance. And just as it is probation, terminate or go non-reporting once he completes his community service.
Instead of the SW visit, Ms. Falk, would continuing with any health treatment and medication be sufficient?
Yes, Your Honor.
I would assuming that there is such a thing.
I'm just saying that if he's a patient of any kind of MH treatment, he continues with that and comply. Would that be objectionable?
Sure, that's fine, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Anderson, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
Oh, yeah.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Well,
You don't understand?
well, I don't understand none of it. None of
You
it.
don't understand any of it?
I mean, what just happened to me?
Okay. So, Mr. White is your attorney. Do you see him
Well,
on
I
the screen?
understand that. What sentence did I just accept? What will accept? Well, what's happening?
Go ahead.
It's the one we talked about yesterday. You're going to be on probation to do 40 hours of community service,
Okay.
right?
Yes, sir.
So you do understand that, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then we have also asked the judge that once you completed that community service, that your probation go to non-reporting or terminate.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I
And
think
he
we're-
needs to stay away from all Georgia Tech property. He cannot be at any of the Georgia Tech property, the parks, the buildings, the cafeteria, nothing.
we understand all Georgia Tech means all Georgia Tech. He gets it.
Mr. Anderson, do you remember agreeing to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All
right. So again,
I want to say this, ma'am. There's a Waffle House on 5th Street. I was at the Waffle House, and they locked me up for being at the Waffle House.
well,
That's
if
the
Waffle,
Waffle House.
if the
Miss-
Waffle House is
That's
on
Georgia
Georgia Tech property, then you can't go in there.
It's on 5th Street. Is that Georgia Tech property? Waffle House itself? Because I was inside.
Okay. Mr. Deputy, I think we're going to have Mr. Anderson speak to Mr. White, and then we will proceed. Right now, I'm not going to take this plea. Next case, please.
Next, Judge, we're ready for the private attorney case.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Madison Gibbs for Ms. Kavita Joseph.
Yes.
So I've spoken with my client and we discussed the offer. At this point, we will maintain our not guilty plea and request to move forward with a trial in both cases. As to her FTAs, we would request to be heard on bond in the meantime to resolve those.
All right. With regards to Ms. Kavita Joseph, Ms. Joseph, you have spoken to your attorney?
She is not, yes,
Okay.
that's that.
All right. Ms. Gibbs, would you like to file a waiver of arraignment or would you like to have me arraign her?
I can file a waiver of arraignment, or if you want me to put it on the record that we waive formal arraignment and enter a plea of not guilty.
All right. Typically what we require is just to keep the record clean is if you will just submit a one-page waiver arraignment for each case for positions 39 and 40. And then we will proceed accordingly. So you want to have her bench warrants reconsidered. So her bench warrants are 25 FTA 1387 and 25 FTA 1388, where she apparently failed to appear in court on June 11th, 2025. And let me get to those cases. All right, you may proceed with your argument, Ms. Gibbs.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Joseph has moved to Portugal. She provided us proof of residency, and on 6/11, we had lost contact, and we're waiting on proof of residency. However, we did reach back out to her, and she provided us with the documents. And with her, she has two sons here who live in Georgia, and I believe that she was here visiting her sons for this time here. However, she does reside in Portugal, and Your Honor, she has a home here where she can stay, but also her main home is outside of the country. So, Your Honor, we don't think she would be a threat to the community. As for flight risk, we have maintained contact. She just provided us with the proof of residency now that we need to move forward in order for us to prove that she does live in Portugal. And Your Honor, we are asking for a reasonable bond be in place to allow her for release.
Have you all been representing her since 2021?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, y'all already filed a waiver of arraignment back on February 2nd, 2022. So
Yes,
this
Your
week is already going to be further notice for trial. And let me see. I'm just trying to see, when did she inform the clerk's office that she was going across the pond? So
It's been a process that she recently did just buy a home. It's been a few months, and she has been the plea calendar has been via Zoom with Judge Edline. And so we had not had any issues. And
I'm not talking about issues. I'm talking about, when did she inform the court of a change of address?
Your Honor,
we need to update. Just bought the house.
I think the short answer is she didn't. She did not inform the court that she was moving to Portugal, nor did she inform her attorney, because her attorney apparently lost track of her for a period of time.
We knew she
that's what I'm looking at, based on what you're telling me. It sounds like she took off without telling you that she took off.
She'd been in Portugal already. She was already there.
And I don't care whether she's at the North Pole, the South Pole, Argentina. I don't care which part of this lovely planet she's on. The point is, she did not inform the court that she had moved and that she had decided that she was just going to fly around the world and ignore the fact that she has 2 DUI cases in Fulton County, Georgia. She didn't even have the courtesy to let you know, people who have been paid to represent her, and make sure that they preserve her rights.
Your Honor, we had informed the court. I don't think we had updated the address yet with the court. We were waiting on a set address. However, she had let us know, I believe it was back in the end of April, when she moved permanently over to the other side of the pond. And
she didn't show up for trial. When was it? June 11th, yeah.
Yes, 6/11, we briefly lost contact, but then we were able to regain contact, and we want to work towards getting a resolution with these cases.
Okay. So when did she move to Portugal?
I believe Ms. Joseph may be better to indicate.
Francois, please unmute. Thank you. Ms. Joseph, when did you fly out to Portugal?
I flew out. I've lived there. Well, I bought a house about 6 months ago.
So when did you fly out to Portugal?
I flew out over a year ago.
Over a year ago. Okay.
And my attorney is Kimberly Berry, not Madison Gibbs.
All right.
Madison
So
Kimberly
more
Berry.
than a year ago, you flew out to Portugal.
And she knew it.
And when did you or your attorney update the court with your change of
I
address?
let them know over a year ago. And it's Kimberly Berry, and Madison Gibbs is her.
That was never updated with the court.
And I paid her. I paid Kimberly Berry the money. I have bills.
You better ask for a refund.
Yeah, and she, just to let you know, I am not at all. I am not going to, because that is her paralegal. That's pretending to be.
And when were you informed that you had your court dates?
I was not.
Okay.
Your Honor, we have maintained contact in messages and emails, letting her know her court dates, and receiving read receipts and confirmation as she's received. We've been trying to get these cases resolved sooner than later. We had kept in contact until
You said
we
she has
lost
2 sons here?
contact.
You said if she has 2
I
sons here?
believe she has 2 sons.
Are they working?
At least one graduated high school.
All right. And what are you asking for?
Your Honor, we're asking
Gibbs?
for the failure to appear for the, I guess, would a bond on the failure to appear, or
She's got $11,000
a
bond right
recall.
now.
Your Honor.
She's got an $11,000 bond, $11,000 bond, 7,000 on count one of the cases and 4 on the other.
She has those in place right now, or you're
Yes, her bond for her failures to appear set by the judge, I guess by Judge Edline, is $11,000.
okay, so she's able to bond out right now, Your Honor?
Certainly, but I'm going to impose a requirement that the passport be surrendered, and she's not to travel until these cases are resolved.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the passport and Ms. Falk, any objection to what's going on?
No, Your Honor, we were going to ask that the bond that's already set on the case remain as set, which Your Honor seems to be inclined to do. And yes, I would ask that her passport be surrendered, which Your Honor has already ordered.
Okay. Ms. Gibbs, the passport will need to be surrendered to the clerk's office. And this must be done within 24 hours of her posting bond.
Yes, Your Honor. And I apologize. I was not aware that bond had been set. I just took a quick look at this calendar earlier this morning.
Next time, all you have to do is just call the jail records or call intake or the jail records division, and they can pull her case up and they can see that there's $11,000 bond on her booking.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, oh, sorry, Ms. Gibbs, we would make one additional request that she not drive during this time.
She doesn't have a car.
Great. So it shouldn't be a problem to make the condition that she not drive during this time.
Okay.
No.
So she's got $11,000 bond per the Fulton County Jail booking screen. Additional requirements, Ms. Joseph, no driving. Even if you possess a US driver's license or a international driver's license, absolutely no driving, no consumption of any alcoholic beverages. And you have to surrender your passport to the Fulton County Clerk's office. Ms. Young, would you be able to take the passport at the clerk's office?
Yes, Your Honor. Could you do an order for me for that today?
I'm going to draft the order.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the passport will be
I guess
surrendered.
the best place is to keep it at our file.
Judge, I would like to talk. I
Okay.
don't know where my passport is because they took me from the hotel. And so my husband and I are going through a divorce. So I'm not sure if it's at the hotel, my passport, or if my husband, it's going to be my ex-husband, has my passport. So I don't have any idea where the passport is.
Well, I'm
So
sure you can ask your husband. Was he at the hotel with you?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Who obtained your property from the hotel? Who took
Oh, Kyle Badger.
Who?
Kyle Badger, which is my, right now my husband going to be an ex. So could you let him know, Kyle Badger? He is
Okay.
a lawyer as well.
Ms. Gibbs, your client is letting you know that her soon-to-be ex-husband may have her documents.
Also, he has my credit cards and all of my cash and everything. He has all my possessions. I don't have zero on me, like nothing. And all the bank account is frozen by him.
Joseph, I'll make sure that you have what you need, okay?
No, I want to make sure in record so all the judges and prosecutor know that my husband has everything, all my credit cards, my cash, bank accounts, clothing, everything. I have zero on me. We don't have even a place right now to live. So I don't even have a place. She's making that up.
Looks like Kyle Badger, I guess her current spouse, was the one who posted her bond from the DUI case. So, Ms. Gibbs, all right, this case is further notice for trial. I'll issue the order requiring surrender of the passport, no driving and no alcohol. And Ms. Joseph, please remain in the vicinity so that you show up for trial the next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Next are positions 23, 24, Mr. Ellison.
Michael Ellison is accused of criminal trespass from May 31st, 2025, under case 25 CR 3105D. He's got another criminal trespass and public drunk charges from July 11th, 2025, under case number 25 CR 3952D. Mr. Ellison, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. White. Is this going to be a plea, Mr. White?
It still is, Judge, yes.
All right. Mr. Ellison, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah.
Thank you. And what's the recommendation, Ms. Full?
On position 23, 12 months served 30 days, credit for time, 12 months served 20 days, excuse me, credit for time served 10 days, balance suspended, stay away from all MARTA. The jail calculation is June 1st to June 10th. On the second case, on the criminal trespass, 12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days from July 11th, 2025, balance suspended, stay away from all MARTA. And I need to, my apologies, it would actually be balance probated because we are requesting a BHET and 40 hours community service. It would suspend after he completes those, and time served on count 2, the public drunk. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea.
All right.
So stipulated, Your Honor. We just ask you to follow the recommendation.
Mr. White, is your client aware that he'll be on probation?
He is. I assumed that was a typo when I spoke with him yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, PD White.
Courtroom 2, please unmute. Mr. Ellison, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am. No, Your Honor.
Have you understood what's going on in both your cases?
Yeah, I know what's going on.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, it's great.
If you decide to plead guilty to these 3 charges, you will have to give up your constitutional right to a trial in front of a judge or a jury. You will not go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, be able to present your own defenses and arguments, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yeah.
How do you plead to criminal trespass at MARTA on May 31st, 2025?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 20 days, credit for time served 10 days, balance suspended, and you're required to stay away from all MARTA property. That includes the buses, the trains, and the stations, and its parking lots. Mr. Ellison, how do you plead to criminal trespass and public drunk from July 11th, 2025?
Guilty.
For the criminal trespass, it's going to be 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, balance probated. If you have no other holds, you will report to probation on Monday, where you'll be required to complete 40 hours of community service at any nonprofit agency, but it cannot be a church and a school. You must do the 40 hours at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month. And then you'll also need to enroll in a behavioral health evaluation and submit yourself to any treatment or medication that's required. And you must do this within 60 days of being released. The public drunk charge is going to be to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. Once you have completed your behavioral health evaluation, completed all treatment that's required, and completed your 40 hours of community service, and your probation fees and court costs are up to date, your probation will then terminate.
So excuse me, could I speak for a second?
I wouldn't advise that.
Now, I just want to know how I'm gonna get my probation and how I'm get to community service. I ain't got no transportation. I ain't got my phone right now. I got workers' comp going on. When I get my money situated, get my checks back rolling every week, I'll be able to afford the phone. I'll be able to afford Uber and Lyft. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get the probation, how I'm gonna get to my behavior classes. I can't walk to the location. I got hit by a forklift in a pallet. I got workers' comp going on. I've been in 6 car accident. Now I got a real medical problem. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So how I'm gonna get there? I ain't trying to walk there. I ain't even got a GPS to type in.
It is once a month,
I ain't got a
and
phone.
you would need to find a friend or a relative to help you out.
Judge, would it be possible for him to report by phone and mail?
The first time he has to report in person, and then after that he can report by, well, like you said, he doesn't have a phone, so I'm not sure how he's going to report by phone or email.
I'll get a phone.
Okay.
Yes, he will eventually have a phone, and in the meantime, he can also report.
So the only thing I can say for probation is that he reports in person until it's verified that he has a working phone.
All
right.
But he'll be required to, of course, show proof that he's doing a minimum of 5 hours of community service a month, and he needs to submit that information in writing to the probation officer. So he needs to figure out how to get that to the probation officer. And he needs to do the behavioral health and make sure that the evaluator is able to send documentation to his probation officer. And he needs to pay his probation fees every month.
Judge, that shouldn't be a problem within the first 60 days, since that's what you've required.
Okay.
He's going to need a
Sounds
little
good.
get up and.
Thank you. But the
Thank you.
first visit is in person.
right.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Was the probation fees waived for 60 days?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Next is position 27, Mr. Gibson.
Mr. Mario Gibson is accused of criminal trespass July 11th, 2025 at case number 25 CR 3953B. Mr. Gibson, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. White. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Nope.
You need to speak up, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Falk.
12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days from July 11th, 2025 until today. Balance suspended, stay away from Magnolia Park Apartments located at 60 Paschal Street in Atlanta. The state asked the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
So stipulated, Your Honor, nothing further.
Mr. Gibson, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
Oh, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
No.
And if you decide to plead guilty to this charge, you would have to give up your right to a trial, to go back to court, to face your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to criminal trespass?
Yes.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, balance suspended. You are to stay away from the entire Magnolia Parks complex at 60 Paschal Street in Atlanta, Georgia. If you return to that location, you will be arrested again. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can we go back to position 2, Mr. Anderson?
And Your Honor, this is the Waffle House issue, and he's just going to stay away from that Waffle House. And he understands all Georgia Tech. So that's where we were.
All right. So we're going to resume with 25 CR 0039578 State versus James Anderson. Mr. James Anderson, just to reiterate, if you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you will have to give up your constitutional right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to court to face your accusers, to challenge the charges against you, the evidence brought against you, and your attorney won't be given the opportunity to present your legal defenses and arguments. Furthermore, this prosecutor won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt against you. So if you decide to plead guilty, you would have to waive these rights. Are you waiving these rights?
I am, ma'am.
And are you doing so freely, willingly, and voluntarily?
I am, ma'am.
How do you plead to one count of criminal trespass?
Guilty.
How do you plead to one count of giving false information to an officer?
Guilty.
For count one, your sentence is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, balance probated. While you're on probation, you will complete 40 hours of community service hours at any nonprofit agency, but it cannot be a church and it cannot be a school. You're to stay away from all Georgia Tech property, including the Waffle House that is within Georgia Tech vicinities. You are to, on count two, your sentence is to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. That completes your plea.
And Your Honor, we would just ask that the probation terminate once he completes his community service.
Once he has completed the 40 hours of community service and he's up to date with his probation fees and court costs, his probation will terminate. Oh, by the way, Mr. Anderson, if you're seeking any kind of mental health or physical treatment, I recommend that you continue to comply with all treatment. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Next, position 21 and 22, Mr. Easterwood.
William LaShawn Easterwood is accused of theft by taking from August 9th of last year, case 24 CR 56308. Mr. Easterwood also has a bench warrant from March 17th, 2025, under case 25 FTA 353. Mr. Easterwood, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. White. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, I am.
Ms. Full? Please unmute.
State's recommendation on this case is 12 months served 184 days, credit for time served 92 days, from August 11th to August 25th of 2024 and May 9th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, stay away from Grady Hospital at 80 Jesse Hill Drive unless for medical treatment and an anti-theft course. The state will null pros the next position 22, upon acceptance of this plea. That's all for the state.
Why do you so stipulate?
Yes, Your Honor, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea. He does have another case here in Fulton County, so he will not be being released immediately.
All right. Ms. Falk, did you want to add something?
State forgot to say we asked the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification.
Mr. Eastwood, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Repeat.
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to accept this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom to face your accuser, challenge evidence that may be presented against you, present your legal defenses and arguments, and the state won't have to prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to one count of theft by taking from August 9th of 2024?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 184 days, credit for time served 92 days. Once you are released from any and all holds, you will report to probation within 48 hours. While on probation, you will complete an anti-theft class and present the certificate of completion to your probation officer. You're also to stay away from the Grady Hospital at 80 Jesse Hill Drive unless you have a verifiable appointment with a doctor or a healthcare provider, or you are seeking emergency health treatment. Your bench warrant will be non-prost. If you complete your anti-theft class and you are up to date with all your probation fees, then your probation will be non-reporting. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I got a question. I thought once I do the anti-theft course, that the probation will be terminated.
No,
It's
it will be
going-
non-reporting.
I don't want to be on probation.
Listen, we talked about this yesterday. I
Yeah,
told you,
I thought
hold on, let me finish. I told you we would ask, it was up to the judge, and she has said that once you've completed, then it would go to non-reporting probation.
No, I want. If I take the anti-theft course, I want it to terminate. I don't want to be
Okay,
on
well,
probation.
Do you
Then
want to
we
enter,
go to trial.
did you want to enter a guilty plea and schedule a trial?
No.
Okay.
All right.
This is the court's ruling, so do you want to go ahead and go forward?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Easterwood,
Mm.
I'm denying your request to terminate probation.
Okay.
I'm allowing for your probation to be non-reporting only after you have completed the anti-theft class
Okay.
and your probation fees and costs are up to date. Non-reporting probation means that you are technically on probation, but you don't have to report every month.
Okay.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
Would you like to proceed with this plea or would you like to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am. I want to proceed.
Okay. So
Thank
as
you,
I
Judge.
said, you will report to probation every month until your anti-theft class is completed and your probation fees are up to date, and then it will be non-reporting.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Next is positions 36 through 38, Mr. Istabor. Judge, I had a question as well. Are we gonna have a conflict lawyer today?
I'm crossing fingers and toes, so I haven't anyone. If Miss Maureen McLeod does not appear, then we'll have to reset those cases.
Yes, ma'am. Also, did anybody look into the private attorney for Mr. Hambe?
Your Honor, on that case, Judge, this is position number 29 through 32. Mr. Hambe actually has a total of 5 cases, one of which is not on the calendar. That one that did not make the calendar, he's actually represented by Christina Sears, who also represents him on position number 29. So 2 of the 5 cases, Ms. Sears is representing him on. The other 3 I'm involved with. I emailed Ms. Sears yesterday, the email address that I have, and just informed her of the case being SAP. I sent the Zoom link. I've not heard back from her. On my cases, I think we can work out a plea, but it's a weird situation because, it doesn't make sense to work out 3 and then postpone the other 2, which is why I left it on the calendar as is, Judge. And I may have to ask for a reset for next week.
You have a couple of options. You can either ask for a reset. And if Mr. Hambe wants to waive his private counsel and have you represent him in all these cases, that's also another option. But he would need to expressly and in writing say that he's waiving private counsel in the other 2 cases and accepting the services of the public defender's office. I mean, if he qualifies for the PD's office, then he must also qualify for the other 2 cases.
He does, Judge. I mean, I just, I'm always wary of stepping in on, and, because she was retained, and the bar rules really technically prohibit me from speaking to a client who's represented.
The ultimate decision's with the client. So if his attorney is not showing up, or if he's contacted the attorney, then it's the attorney's duty to show up. The attorney doesn't show up and the client's dissatisfied, then he has a couple of options. But if he waives private counsel, it must be in writing.
I'll speak to him about it, Judge, and I'll see what I can do. But if we can just hold on him.
I guess we have to.
And
All right.
I'll try to contact Ms. Sears. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
This is
I'm so
position,
sorry. Who are we with now?
this is position 36.
Okay.
Uh,
This is Mr. F.A. Isabor, would that be correct?
That's correct, Judge, and we're ready for a plea
All right,
as a negotiated plea, Judge.
thank you, Mr. Haddad. Mr. F.A. Isabor has got 3 matters before the court. Oh, sorry, is that? Yeah, three cases. And Mr. Isabor, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. Position 36, his case is 25 CR 003629F. He's got a misdemeanor charge, which we are going to waive sounding, and that's from May 8th, 2025. He's got a bench warrant from case 25 FTA 1276 from June 3rd, 2025. And he's got a criminal trespass charge in case 22 CR 3702F from June 9th, 2022. Mr. Isabor, may I place you under oath for the plea? Mr. Isabor, do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Isabor, look at me. Look at me. If I cannot see you, I can't determine whether you're entering a guilty plea freely, willingly, and voluntarily. And if you keep looking at the ground and waiting for someone to tell you to respond, then I'm going to reset the case until you're awake to address your cases. Now, are you ready to pay attention so that you can address your 3 cases?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Now pay attention to what the prosecutor is going to be saying. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. For position 36, the state's recommendation is 12 months probation, 90 days, served 90 days, credit for time served 28 days. The defendant was incarcerated since June 27th of 2025. The balance will be probated, completion of a SDET, a stay away from Georgia State University property, and completion of 40 hours of community service. This is a global recommendation with 22 CR 003702F. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a global offer with the position number
38.
Right, because
Yes.
he's got that criminal trespass charge.
And the criminal trespass recommendation is 12 months probation. Credit for time served 30 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since June 10th through June 11th of 2022. He was released and then arrested again and incarcerated from June 27th of 2025. And this would be concurrent with 25 CR 003629F. The balance will be suspended. This will include a stay away from Sandy Creek Road, Northwest Atlanta, and position 37 will be null prost upon the plea of the underlying offenses. And we ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea. And that'll be all for the state.
So basically, Mr. Isabor will need to spend 31 more days at the Fulton County Jail, and then he'll be released and placed on probation, where he will need to do an SD program. He needs to stay away from Georgia State University. He needs to stay away from Sandy Creek Road in Northwest Atlanta, and he must do 40 hours of voluntary community service. Is that your understanding, Mr. Haddad?
Your Honor, I think my math had it as 17 days, Judge.
So it's 90 days less 28 days for position 36.
Your Honor, assuming that the sheriff's office gives 2 for 1, the 90 days is really 45 days. So 45 minus 28 would be 17 days.
Oh, I just wrote that out and I'm so horrible at math. I did 45 minus 28 and got 23. So let's that's right. It'll be 17 days.
I think it's 31, but if y'all say 17 days, he'll spend time there according to the jail's computations, and that's what I'm going to say.
That's correct.
Okay. And so is that his understanding?
Yes, Judge, at least that's what I told him the recommendation was, and that I did not expect him to be released today, that he'll have some additional time to serve.
Okay. Mr. Isabor, did you understand all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And let me finish my oath. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
Yes, ma'am.
You did? What did you consume?
Seroquel,
What did you consume? And some medicine or alcohol?
No, Your Honor, their mental health medication is what he's saying.
Okay. Are you able to pay attention to what's going on even after consuming the medicine?
yes.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty to these charges, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to a courtroom. You will not have a trial in your cases. You will not be able to confront those who are accusing you of these charges. And your attorney won't be able to present your legal defenses and arguments. The prosecutor won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand these waiver of rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you prepared to waive these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to a misdemeanor charge from May 8th, 2025 at the Georgia State University property?
Well, it's.
She's asking me, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty is what she's asking me.
Guilty.
Be released.
I heard not guilty.
That's not what, I apologize, Judge. He said guilty, Judge, is what he said, but
Okay.
clarify. You need to let the court know, are you pleading guilty or not guilty? Just let the judge know.
Plead guilty.
Repeat what you said, just so I can make sure.
Plead guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 90 days, credit for time served 28 days. Then you'll be on probation. While you're on probation, you will complete an SD evaluation and submit yourself to all treatment. You're also to stay away from all Georgia State University property and complete 40 hours of voluntary community service at any nonprofit agency. It cannot be a church and it cannot be a school. The bench warrant will be null prost. How do you plead to criminal trespass at Sandy Creek Road?
Plead guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 30 days. And this is balance suspended, stay away from Sandy Creek Road. So once you completed your additional jail time, you report to probation to do your program, your evaluation, and your community service. And you report to probation every month. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
One more, please. Yeah, but I'm ready for Woodall. Your Honor, Mr. Woodall?
Correct. Your
Honor, we're ready for a plea on position number 50, Judge. 5-0.
Okay.
Position 56, 5-6, Herbert Woodall.
Okay.
That's a negotiated plea, Judge.
In your honor, we just want to set the record. That's going to be a balance suspended plea. That's a
Okay.
typo in the recommendation.
Herbert Woodall is accused of 2 counts of criminal trespass from July 8th of this year, case number 25 CR 3955J. Mr. Woodall, you've been advised of your rights and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. May I place you under oath for the plea? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah.
Repeat.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Harrison, what's the recommendation for count one? Because count two will merge.
Correct. Count one is 12 months probation, serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, balance suspended. Stay away from 4870 Welcome All Road and no contact with Tony Turner or Heather Stedman. And we ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea. And we would also like to sound for Tony Turner and Heather Stedman, and that'll be all for the state.
Mr. Turner or Mr. Stedman? All right. And Mr. Haddad, do you so accept the terms and so stipulate?
We stipulate, Judge, we ask the court to follow the state's recommendation, essentially.
Thank
Time of sentence.
Mr. Woodall, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
I took my sight meds this morning. I took sight meds this morning, but I'm focused this morning.
Okay. After consuming that, are you still able to understand what's going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you decide to plead guilty, you will have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to court to face your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, present your own legal defenses and arguments, and the state won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to count one, criminal trespass?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, balance suspended. Oh, there is Ms. Stedham. Ms. Stedham?
I'm here. Yes.
Right, we are sentencing Mr. Herbert Woodall. He's completed his jail time and is going to be balance suspended. And he's required to stay away. He cannot return to 4870 Welcome All Road. And he can have no contact with Tony Turner and Heather Stedham. Do you understand, Mr. Woodall?
Yeah, I do.
All right, that means you stay 200 yards away from them and you're not to communicate with them in any way, form, or manner, even on social media.
Ma'am.
Ms. Stedham, do you have anything to add?
I just want to know if about my camera. That's my only concern.
All right. The state did not address any property damage or anything to that effect. So if you have property damage that you believe Mr. Woodall is responsible for, you can consider filing a civil suit and getting property damages from him.
Okay, because I have a picture of him picking up my camera, and I was just wanting to know what he did with it because it's not at the house.
Well, then you'll be prepared then. Otherwise, you can speak to the solicitor with regards to your lost property.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ms. Young, count two will merge with count one.
Thank you.
Next, Judge, I have position number 35, Ms. Kiki Hunt.
Okay. After this case, we'll just take a 5-minute recess and then we'll proceed accordingly. And hopefully Ms. Sears will appear by then as well.
Your Honor, read my chat to you.
Okay.
And you can make that announcement.
Yeah, my kids are showing classes.
Which one? Which Williams?
The case for Ms. Sears no longer works for that law firm. Dr. Anything?
And he's already taken a plea on those cases?
No, that's for Mr. 29. What is it? It's for the gentleman we were speaking about, the Mr. Malambo.
Okay, that chat
Other
isn't
two
here.
cases.
No, there isn't. So she's no longer with that law firm.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, correct. She's no longer with that law firm.
Does that law firm know that she represents him or the firm represents him?
I will call them back on that one.
Okay.
For what it's worth, my client wishes for me to represent him on all 5 cases.
Okay.
And we can put it on the record as well, Judge. And Ms. Harrison, I had just emailed you about resetting the 31st, but I think we'd like to resolve it today. He's got a 5th case, and I'll email you the case number to make sure that you have it.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Young. You don't have to call the law firm. Going
Okay.
back to Kiki Hunt, Miss Hunt, case is 25 CR 3795J, accused of battery, family violence from July 2nd, 2025. Ms. Hunt, as this is for you as well as the individual seated behind you. My name is Judge Lal, and when I address your cases, please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to represent you. So, Mr. Haddad, Mr. Bartel, this is going to be a plea.
That's correct, Your Honor. I had made the announcement it would be a bond hearing, but I've been advised by Ms. Hunt that she's changed her position. She wants to accept the state's offer. This will basically be a time served plea with probation.
All right.
She does have a hold for Jones County.
All right. Ms. Hunt, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? Speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Harrison, what's the recommendation?
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months served, 44 days, credit for time served, 22 days. The defendant has been incarcerated since July 3rd of 2025. The balance will be probated, completion of a FVIP course, a ADET, no further violent contact with Elizabeth Grimsley, a stay away from 3429 New Gold Trace in Union City, completion of 60 hours of community service, and no firearms. We would like to sound for Miss Elizabeth Grimsley, and we ask that the defendant stipulates to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea. And that'll be all for the state.
All right. Elizabeth Grimsley, if you're on Zoom. Don't see anyone. Mr. Bartel, do you so stipulate?
Yes, we so stipulate, Your Honor. I will let the court know that I did talk with Ms. Grimsley, and I let her know what the plea offer was. She said that she was in favor of that, and she was not in fear of her safety. So we would just ask the court to accept the agreement. Because there's a hold for Jones County, we would ask the court to consider waiving the first 3 months of probation fees. I did advise Ms. Hunt on where to report once she gets done with that.
Okay. Ms. Hunt, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am. I just took my blood thinners this morning.
Okay. Are you still able to understand what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right. Has your attorney spoken to you about your rights and the fact that you would have to waive them if you decide to enter a guilty plea?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So he did cover the rights that you won't be able to go back to court to have a trial. You won't be able to confront your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, be able to present your own legal defenses and arguments, and the prosecutor won't have to carry her burden to prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to waive these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to one count of battery, family violence? Repeat.
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 44 days, credit for time served 22 days. Once you have resolved all your other cases and the holds, you will report to Fulton County Probation within 48 hours of being released. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
While you are in probation, you will complete a family violence program. This is a series of 24 classes, and you must attend and complete all classes without missing or skipping them, and you would have to pay for those classes. You would have to undergo an alcohol and drug evaluation, and this must be done within 10 days of being released. You will need to submit to all treatment that's required by the evaluator. You are to have no contact with Elizabeth Grimsley and stay 200 yards away from her. You have to stay away from 3429 New Gold Trace in Union City. You're also required to complete 60 hours of voluntary community service And this must be done at any nonprofit agency, and it cannot be a church and it cannot be a school. At all times, you're not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages, and you're not allowed to own or possess any firearms. Understood? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that concludes your case. Thank you.
Is the court okay with waiving the first 3
Oh,
months?
yes, I'll waive probation fees for the first 3 months.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, I just want to clarify, excuse me for interrupting, that's no further violence with Miss Elizabeth, correct?
No further contact.
Ms. Harrison said no further violence.
Oh, has it been changed?
I was. We'll say no further contact. That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Francois, we're just going to take a 5-minute recess and then we'll be right back.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
update.
Okay.
Excuse me, Judge Law, I was able to find the change of address for Ms. Sears
Mm-hmm.
in the system, and I did contact her, and she's supposed to be giving me a call back. So in one of the cases, she had an updated change of address with a new phone number.
Okay. Let's see what Mr. Haddad wants to do. But right now, Mr. Haddad, who are we addressing?
Washington.
Washington, thank you.
48 and 49.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Javante Deshawn Washington, his case number is 24CR2470E. And the charges against him are for driving under the influence of alcohol less safe and possession of an open alcohol container. Mr. Washington also has a bench warrant, 25 FTA 1376 from June 17th of last year. Mr. Washington, you've been advised of your right to remain silent, and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. I do see that you have the mask on you, so you'll need to speak extra louder so that we can hear you and the court reporter can take down what you're saying. So please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, the balance to be probated, completion of an ADET, a risk reduction course, $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, and a VIP. For possession of open alcohol container, it's a $265 fine. And position 49 will be null prost upon the plea of the underlying charge. We ask that the defendant stipulate to venue, ID, and facts of the case for purposes of the plea.
We so stipulate, Judge, and request the court to follow the state's recommendation. I would ask the court to consider non-reporting upon completion of all conditions, Judge.
As long as he agrees to random screens.
That's fine, Judge. That's normally a part of the DUI plea anyway.
Okay, well. All right. Mr. Washington, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol?
No, I haven't.
And have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, I do.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes.
And are you entering this plea freely, willingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
If you decide to enter this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to court to confront your accuser, challenge the evidence brought against you, present your legal defenses and arguments through your counsel, and have the state carry its burden to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, I am.
How do you plead to one count of driving under the influence of alcohol, less safe, and one count of possession of an open alcohol container?
Plead guilty.
On the DUI charge, your sentence is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, balance probated. If you have no other holds, you will report to Fulton County Probation on Monday before 3 p.m. That would be next Monday. While you're on probation, you will complete an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit yourself to any treatment that's required. This must be done within 10 days of being released. You will then also have the rest of time on probation to complete the following: a risk reduction program, pay a $300 fine, complete 40 hours of voluntary community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month, and that would be done at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. You will attend and complete one victim impact panel as well. For the open alcohol container, the fine will be $265. So your total fine will be $565, and you will make a minimum payment of $50 per month while you're on probation. At all times, you'll be subject to random screens, and you're not allowed to consume any illegal drugs and not allowed to consume any alcoholic beverages. If you fail a screen, probation can be revoked and you complete the rest of the year in jail. If you have completed all your conditions, you have paid all your fines, your probation fees and court costs are up to date, and you have not failed a random screen, then your probation will be non-reporting. But even while you're on non-reporting basis, probation can still call you in for a drug or alcohol screen. Understood?
Yes, understood.
So even while on non-reporting, you are required to maintain contact information with probation at all times. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
The bench warrant will be, excuse me, there will be null prost. Francois, are you ready to address the case?
We could go to position 47 in the meanwhile.
Okay.
Mr. Thornton.
And Ms. Harrison, is that your case?
Yes, Mr. Thornton is my case as well.
And I had sent an email to Ms. Falk 2 days ago. I'm requesting just a straight time served sentence. I can forward you the email with my rationale.
Okay, I don't believe I've gotten that email. Please, wait, I'm sorry, 1 second. Mr. Robinson.
I sent you so many emails, I apologize.
You got me working hard today. Okay, yeah, Mr. Robertson, right?
This is Bobby Terry Thornton.
Mr. Thornton, I'm sorry. No, I don't have that email, Mr. Haddad. Can you send it over?
Yes.
But you said you're requesting just time served for this?
And I'll just, Judge, I'll just put it on the record as well. Mr. Thornton was sentenced in felony court last week or 2 weeks ago, and he has 5 years on probation, Judge, on the felony shoplifting. And he's been in 110 days, and I was just simply asking for just a time served sentence in this case with no other conditions, since he was already on probation in felony court, and he's been in custody all along.
When was he sentenced?
June 27th, I believe. And I have the case number as well.
Go ahead.
24 SC 004100.
All right. Ms. Harrison, you just need to let me know whether you agree or whether Ms. Falk needs to chime in if she was the recipient of the original email.
Your Honor, we agree. That's fine. We'll agree with the time served since he's on felony probation.
Okay.
So it'll be time served for both counts on the criminal trespass and theft by shoplifting.
So be balance suspended on both counts and stay away from Walmart at 844 Cleveland Avenue. The state will drop the fine and drop the anti-theft class, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay. And Mr. Thornton is charged with criminal trespass, theft by shoplifting under case 25 CR 1733J. From March 30th, 2025. Ms. Thornton, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Haddad, we've already got the state's recommendation. Do you stipulate to the factual basis, venue, and ID?
I do, Judge.
Mr. Thornton, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes.
And are you prepared? Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty to the criminal trespass and the theft by shoplifting, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not go back to court to face your accuser. You will not be able to challenge the evidence brought against you. to be able to present your legal defenses and arguments, and the state won't have to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
On criminal trespass and theft by shoplifting, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Your sentence is going to be for the trespass, 12 months to serve 220 days, credit for time served 110 days, balance suspended. You have to stay away from the Walmart at 844 Cleveland Avenue in East Point, Georgia. For count 2 is going to be the same sentence concurrent with count 1. Also stay away from that Walmart. Highly recommend you stay away from all Walmart stores, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And the other requirement is to comply with your felony probation.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Good luck. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Next is position 45 and 46, Mr. Robertson.
Your Honor, we're requesting a bond hearing on Mr. Robertson.
Okay. Terry Robertson is charged with driving under the influence of alcohol and speeding from August 17th, 2018. I'm sorry, he's got count 3, reckless driving. And he's got a bench warrant from February 3rd, 2025. Case number is 20 CR 2767C. And the FTA is 25 FTA 1363. Mr. Robertson, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Haddad. So, yes, go ahead, Mr. Haddad.
All right, thank you, Judge. Judge, just very briefly, this is a case from 2018. The officer that's involved, and this is just briefly on facts, is Officer Rolfe, who later on got in legal trouble, and I don't believe he's employed anymore. But the reason for my request, Judge, is my client, some point in 20 or 2021, he was actually in federal prison for 4 years, 3-4 years. The case had been reset in Odyssey. It shows that it was reset, and there's a document that was uploaded at some point in Odyssey showing that he was in custody. I confirmed that he was in federal custody. And in all candor, Judge, he was actually released October of 2024. He started reporting, he transferred his federal probation to Georgia. I called this morning and confirmed with his federal probation officer that he has been in compliance. He also has been in contact with his bonding company. I also spoke to the bonding company. They had not received any notice of his court date. My client went to the clerk's office to update his case, and he was told that there's a bench warrant. He can turn himself in, which he did, and I think he's been in jail for 2 weeks now. I'm asking for, based on the age of the case and the circumstances of what transpired afterwards, and the fact that he is in compliance with his federal probation, Judge, I'm asking the court, under these circumstances, set aside the bench warrant, reinstate his initial bond. This is, again, from 2018. Atlantic Bonding Company is the bonding company, and I've spoken to both the bonding company and the federal probation officer. And there's also, like I said, documentation in Odyssey that he has been in custody. And I confirmed the Bureau of Federal Prison that he was in custody for many years, Judge. And the addresses that had been sent to, those were from before he had gone to prison in federal court. So for all these reasons, I normally, I don't know, a lot of times ask for bond hearings, but under these circumstances, Judge, I would ask the court to consider setting aside the bench warrant.
And when was he booked in on the bench warrant?
Your Honor, he turned himself in on July 8th, I believe.
Okay. All right, thank you. Ms. Harrison?
Yes, Your Honor. So this incident did occur on August 17th of 2018, and officers were conducting a stationary speed enforcement check on I-85 southbound when they observed the
I've already
red.
read the warrant.
You
I
read
just-
it? Okay.
Yeah, I just need to know, under the current circumstances, he was in federal custody. That's why the bench warrant was issued. But since he was released, he's never updated his address since then, and he missed out on a couple of bench trial dates. I mean, a jury trial date. So what's the state's position?
Your Honor, Mr. Haddad was asking for the initial bonds be reinstated. It was a $2,000 bond on the DUI, a $100 bond on the speeding, and a $500 bond on the reckless driving. The state is in agreement with those bonds if the court would like to reinstate those bonds.
I'm going to set aside the bench warrant, reinstate his original bond. He must update the court with his new address every time he changes it, and it must be updated in writing. No alcoholic beverages, no driving unless he has a valid driver's license, adequate insurance, and proper registration. And he must report to court the next time he is summoned.
Thank you, Judge, and I'll prepare the order, and I apologize. Is it Ms. Young that I need to send?
Chanel Young, yes.
All right, I'll take care of that, Judge. Thank you. Okay.
So, and this case was arraigned, the DUI case was arraigned on October 28th of 2021. So it's going to be further notice for trial.
Thank you.
This is going to be position number 9, Ms. Christian.
Tisha Clarice Christian is accused of possession and use of drug-related object, willful obstruction of an officer, and giving false information to an officer from July 10th of this year. Accusation 25 CR 3926C. Ms. Christian, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is going to be Mr. Bartel. Mr. Bartel, how are we proceeding?
This is a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Christian, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's recommendation is 12 months served 28 days, credit for time served 14 days from July 10th, 2025 until today, balance probated, ADET and 40 hours of community service on count 1. Count 2, 12 months concurrent with count 1 and a $300 fine, and count 3 time served, which is the 28 days credit for time served, 14 days. We do ask the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Yes, Your Honor, we do so stipulate for purposes of the plea. We would ask the court to accept the agreement, and Ms. Christian informs me that she was working at a Taco Bell, but she lost that because of her arrest, so she's not employed right now, and we would ask the court to consider waiving the first 3 months of probation.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you. Ms. Christian, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to accept this plea, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You won't be going back to a courtroom to face your accuser, to challenge the evidence brought against you, present your own arguments and defenses, and the prosecutor won't have to prove the case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to 1 count of possession and use of a drug-related object? Willful obstruction of an officer and giving false information to an officer.
Guilty.
For count 1 is 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. You'll be on probation. You report to probation on Monday before 3 p.m., next Monday. While on probation, you will undergo an alcohol and drug evaluation and submit yourself to any treatment that's required. This must be done within 10 days of being released. You're also to do 40 hours of community service, and you will do the community service at a minimum rate of 5 hours per month at any nonprofit agency that's not a church and not a school. For the willful obstruction, it'll be 12 months probation concurrent with count 1. with a $300 fine. You will pay the $300 fine at a minimum rate of $30 per month. And for count 3, it will be to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. That will be time served. Your first 3 months of probation will be waived. So you will start, I will waive probation fees from now until end of October 2025. You will start paying probation fees from November 1st, 2025 onwards. Understood?
And
Yes,
Your
no?
Honor, Your Honor, just to clarify, she has a pending case in Superior Court. That will probably get resolved next week in terms of a bond getting reinstated, but she just knows to report to probation as soon as she's out, whenever.
Okay, so then if she's got a hold, then she reports to probation within 48 hours of being released, and I will waive her probation fees. Well, I'll still waive it through the end of October 2025. That will still keep it within the 3 months.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Providing that your magic ball says that she'll be released next week. So it's all up to you, Mr. Bartel.
We'll do our best, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next, Judge, I have position number 14, Dixon.
Latoya Dixon is accused of terroristic threats and acts from July 9th of this year. Accusation 25 CR 3913H. Ms. Dixon, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Mr. Bartel. And is this still a plea, Mr. Bartel?
It is a negotiated plea, Your Honor. There's nothing else holding her in jail as far as
Okay. Ms. Dixon, do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? Yes. Okay. Ms. Falk?
Yes, Your Honor. On this case, the state's recommendation is 12 months served 30 days. Credit for time served 15 days. Balance probated, no further contact with Shedrick Battle. Stay away from 3040 Semmes Street, East Point. One-time police escort for belongings. ADET and 12 weeks of anger management. We did speak with Mr. Battle, who does agree with the plea, and he stated he may be on the Zoom. So at this time, we would like to sound for Shedrick Battle. And we also asked the defense to stipulate to venue factual basis and identification for the purposes of the plea. That's all for the state.
Shedrick Battle, if you're on Zoom, this is your moment to start your video and unmute. All right. Mr. Bartel, do you so stipulate?
Yes, Your Honor. We so stipulate. We would ask the court to accept the agreement. And because Ms. Dixon is not employed at this time, we would ask that the court consider waiving the first 3 months probation fees.
I will waive probation fees through the end of October 31st, 2025, and she starts paying from November 1st onwards. Ms. Dixon, have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am.
Have you understood what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to plead guilty to this charge, you would have to give up your right to a trial. You will not be able to go back to court, confront your accuser, challenge evidence brought against you, present legal defenses and arguments, and Ms. Falk won't have to prove the case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you prepared to give up these rights?
Yes, ma'am. I'm guilty.
Of terroristic threats?
Yes, ma'am.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 15 days. You are to have the remainder of the time you'll be on probation. So you report to probation next Monday before 3 p.m. While you're on probation, do not communicate or contact Shedrick Battle. You have to stay 200 yards away from him and not communicate with him in any way, form, or manner.
Oh, you don't gotta worry about it.
Stay away from 3040 Semmes Street, East Point, Georgia. Do you have stuff still at that property?
Yes, I do. And can you make sure he don't throw my stuff away? Make sure that
That I have no control. That I have no control.
So basically he could throw my stuff away.
He could.
Well, yeah, and we would just ask that Ms. Dixon, Your Honor, be able to return to the residence once with a police escort to get the property.
Not with that attitude. So Miss Dixon, listen very carefully. I will allow you a one-time visit back to 3040 Semi Street in East Point. And you must have a police officer with you when you go to the property. You
no problem.
can listen very carefully. You can retrieve what belongs to you. You have 1 hour to retrieve your belongings. If there are any items that are in dispute, in other words, Mr. Battle says that's my stuff, you have to leave it alone. You can't stand there and argue with him. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if there's any items that are missing, you don't argue with him. You just take what is yours and you leave.
Yes, ma'am.
After 1 year, if you still believe that he has either damaged or taken your property, you have a right to file a civil case against him for the fair market value of any missing items. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. And tell him thank you for not pressing charges.
But if you go there with attitude and you throw a fit or you lose your temper, the officer has the absolute right to cut that visit short and have you removed from the property. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So make sure you, so where was I? Okay, one-time visit is allowed. Also, while you're on probation, you are to submit to an alcohol and drug evaluation, and this must be done within 10 days of being released. And you will submit yourself to any treatment that's required. And finally, you're to complete 12 anger management classes, and that must be done. The first class is to begin within 90 days of being released. And you're to attend all 12 weekly classes without missing or skipping any of them. Your probation fees will begin November 1st, 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. We're completed here at ATDC.
All right. Thank you, Francois. Mr. Haddad, how are we doing in courtroom 2?
Judge, just a couple updates on position number 3, Mr. Bell. Sorry, position number 5, I apologize. Position number 5. Judge, he wishes to represent himself. I showed him what the plea offer is. I did not talk to him about the case because it's a conflict, but he indicated he wishes to resolve the case today and not wait on or reset it for next week for conflicts office. I'm just relaying the message to the court. And
that would be fine. He would need to read the paperwork and understand the waiver of rights and also understand the separate document which talks about waiver of counsel. So if he wants to waive his right to representation by Maureen McLeod, he needs to expressly sign off on that waiver.
And I'll hopefully we have paperwork here, Judge. I don't know if we do or not, but I'll hand it to him. And
Miss Falk or Miss Harrison would typically email it to the deputy or whichever deputy would be able to print it off and have it available.
PD Haddad, if it would help, I can send you some paperwork. Is Norris there to send it to, or if I can get the last name and I can send it to whoever.
Officer Memador.
Could you put your email in the chat, sir?
Just to me directly. Don't send it to everyone.
Yeah.
I will.
Your Honor, the last case I may have and I wanted to resolve is
You can let her know that.
I can just go down the calendar if you want, and that way we can get a.
And Mr. Haddad, I'm emailing you now on positions 29 through 32 in the extra case. Okay.
All right. Would you be able to, or if Mr. White wants to assist with going down the calendar? Position number 1, James Ale, is a waiver of arraignment and further notice. Position 2, Anderson, was a plea. 3, Baldwin is transferred to the DA's office. Position number 4, Joshua Bass, that was a plea. Position 5, Bell, may be a possible plea depending on Mr. Bass's review of the plea documents. Positions 6 and 7 are reset to competency July 31st at 11 a.m. Position 8, Carter, is transferred to the DA's office. Position 9, Christian, was a plea. 10 is a null pros. 11 is a null pros. 12, Curry, is a plea. 13 is a plea. 14 is a plea. 15, Duffy is
It's a private.
reset.
729, Your Honor, private attorney,
Okay.
filed a conflict.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. White. 15 and 16 are reset to July 29 SAP. Anybody know who the private counsel is?
Mr. Bass?
David Bass, yeah.
Okay.
And Your Honor, is it possible to reset those to the 31st? We have 60 positions on the 29th.
I don't have we been in touch with Mr. Bass?
It's already reset for the 29th. When he filed the conflict, it's already on their calendar.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge Morrow can handle it. So he's a beast. He knows how to do that. So
not him I'm worried about, Your Honor.
Don't worry. You good hands. All right. Position 17 is also reset to 729 SAP and position 18 as well. Okay. Then we move on to position 19, which is Jeremiah Dugan, and that's a waiver and further notice. And the same announcement for position 20. 21, Easterwood, is a plea. 22 is null pros. 23 and 24 are pleas. Did we already address that? Michael Ellison?
We did, Judge.
Okay, thank you. 25, Angel Gates. And 26 is reset to SAP August 4th. '27, Gibson, was a plea. 28, Griffin, is transferred to the DA's office. 29 through 32, Mr. Hembe is, we're going to find out from Mr. Hudson. Mr. Hudson, we're going to find out from Mr. Haddad. Mr. Hudson is position 33 and 34. That 33 was a plea. 34 is the null pros. 35, Hunt, is a plea. 36, Isabor, is a plea. 37 is null pros. 38 is a plea. 39, 40, and 41 and 42 are waivers, and there's going to be further notice for trial, but she's also got a bond, so let's see what happens. 43, Jermaine Moore, what are we doing?
Your Honor,
These are
Mr.
reset, Your Honor.
Okay, and it'll be a reset to, that will be a reset to next Thursday, July.
And I reset them yesterday.
Okay, thank you. And then Mr. Reed, 44 was a plea. 45, Terry Robertson is bond has been reinstated and further notice for trial. Same announcement for 46 for further notice for trial. 47, Thornton, what did we do there? Was that a plea?
That was a plea, Judge.
Okay. And 48 was a plea as well. 49 was null prost. 50 is a plea. 60 is a plea. Not 60. 51 is a plea. 52 is and 53 were null prost. 54, Tedrick Whitus or Withers. Is that going to be addressed today?
Judge, we're gonna have to reset them. I think there's been-
Okay. Reset to July 31st, SAP. 55, Mr. Williams is a nolo plea. 56, Woodall is a plea. 57, Lester Wright.
That's gonna be a not guilty, Judge, waiver arraignments.
Okay. 57 is a waiver of arraignment and further notice jail jury. And the add-on, Joshua Bass, is null pros pursuant to the plea. Okay. So we're still waiting on Mr. Hembe and one other case from you, right, Mr. Haddad?
That's Mr. Hembe, Judge, and I think.
Oh, and then the pro se, Mr. Dixon, was it? Bell, Mr. Bell.
Your Honor, we are ready on, I think we're ready on Hembe, Judge, assuming Ms. Harrison is.
Yeah, did you email me back?
You all, I apologize for Mr. Hembe. Your Honor, after looking over his cases, He also has 2 FTAs that were not created. So it's gonna create 2 more cases for him. So we can proceed and then I can send him the FTA numbers to
Yes.
Malcross. But I just wanted to make that comment.
All right, so let me see. Mr. Mulambo Hembe, he's got a stalking charge on from May 16th, case ending 24 CR 3239B. Just let me know which case he's got these FTAs because
I can tell you right now, Your Honor, it's 25 CR 001 834B.
okay, he's got an FTA there. And which one?
002 137B.
Okay, that's position 30 and 31. He's got FTAs for that have not been created yet, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then position 32, case 25 CR 3931B. That's another case. So that's from July 10th of this year. And so on his criminal trespass from April 23rd, he's got an FTA. March 19th, he's got an FTA. All right. So, Mr. Haddad, in addition to the one, two, three, 4 cases, Mr. Hembe has 2 bench warrants. All right. So if he decides to go with the plea offer, I don't know what the plea offer is right now, but it's up to the state. Then I will set aside those bench warrants and put him on whatever probation is recommended by the state if he accepts the plea. Is that where we're standing right now?
We're ready, Judge. It's actually, he's got 5 cases. There's one of them that's not on the calendar.
What's
And
that other case number?
It's 23 CR 0038887B.
What are the charges?
Terroristic threats, obstruction, criminal trespass, and terroristic threat. It's 4 counts.
2 counts of terroristic threats, 1 count of obstruction, and what's count 4?
Criminal trespass and damage to property.
And what was the incident date?
Oh, you mean just 1 second?
Probably, you said 23 CR, so it was either.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The incident date is 6/19/2023.
Okay. So we've got 1 case from 2023, 1 case from 2024. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, and 3
1
from
case from
2025.
2023, 1 case 24, and 3 cases from 2025.
Yes.
Interesting to hear the plea offer. Okay, Mr. Haddad, has Mr. Hembe indicated in writing that he's waiving his right to private counsel and would like to defer to the public defender's office?
yes, he has, Judge, both in writing and orally to me. And of course, I think, the court can inquire about that. But yes, he did in writing as well.
All right. Are we ready to proceed?
I am ready, Judge.
I do have one question before we proceed. Mr. Haddad, did you confirm the dates, the days he was incarcerated for the 2023 case?
And I apologize.
So that we have the time served correct?
So, just give me 1 second. I apologize.
Ms. Harrison, while Mr. Haddad is looking at that, is there extra jail time for this case?
No, Your Honor. Other than, what's stated in position 29, there's no extra time.
Your Honor,
So none of them have extra jail time?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, while we can proceed, and I'll have that.
Okay. Yeah, because that's going to be the last one we do, so.
I believe totally, I think what the recommendation is 2 years probation and time served, just as a general rule, I believe. But anyway, I'll let Ms. Harrison address that, and I'll confirm all the time served sentence on that last case.
Okay. Your Honor, for position 29, the state's recommendation and count one is the stalking is 12 months, served 45 days, credit for time served 17 days. The defendant was incarcerated May 22nd through 24th of 2024, and subsequently again on July 11th of 2025. The balance will be probated, no contact at all with Kaylee Perez Uristorgui, or her immediate family, a stay away from Publix located at 6615 Roswell Road in Sandy Springs. And we will sound for Ms. Urigostway at the end of our presentation. For position 30, the state's recommendation is 12 months probation consecutive with case 24CR 3239B. Credit for time served is 16 days. The defendant was incarcerated April 7th through April 8th of 2025, and he was subsequently incarcerated again on July 11th. The balance will be probated, a stay away from no contact with Yuri Faria, a stay away from 1305 Summit PI Drive, a restitution in the amount of $250 for his windshield. Position 31, the state's recommendation is 12 months probation concurrent with 25CR001834B. Credit for time served is 16 days. The defendant was incarcerated April 23rd through 24th of 2025, and then subsequently again on July 11th, a stay away from the public store at 8275 Roswell Road. Position 32, the state's recommendation, count one, it's 12 months probation concurrent with 25CR 002137B. The credit for time served is 14 days. The defendant was incarcerated since July 11th. Balance will be probated, stay away from 1305 Highway 9, Milton, Georgia, Target. Count two is 12 months probation concurrent with count one. The credit for time served is 14 days. Balance is probated and completion of 40 hours of community service and a $300 fine. For the add-on case, which is 23CR003887B, the state's recommendation is 12 months probation concurrent with 25CR003931B. We'll do credit for time served. Mr. Haddad can insert the dates. Balance probated, 8 weeks anger management, a stay away from 8725 Roswell Road in Sandy Springs. Count two will be time served. Count three will be 12 months probation concurrent with count one. Count four will merge with count one. And this is a global recommendation for all cases. Case number 24CR003239B, 25CR001834B, 25CR002137B, 25CR003931B. And we ask that the defendant stipulates a venue, facts of the case, and ID for purposes of these pleas. And again, we would like to sound from Ms. Kaylee Uristorgui. And that'll be all for the state.
Your Honor, we stipulate, we request that the court follow the negotiated plea on all 5 cases. And on 23CR003887B, Mr. Hambe was initially, when he was arrested, he spent 3 days in custody before making bonds. So he was in custody from July 19th of 2023 until June 19th of 2023 until June 21st of 2023. And now he's been in custody again since July 11th. So that's a time served sentence, Judge.
And I believe that's either 16 or 17 days?
17 days.
17 days.
So he was only in custody from the 2023 case for 3 days because he just kept coming back on new charges. So why am I getting? I mean, are y'all just adding up all the days that he keeps visiting us?
Your Honor, he has been in custody this time around since July.
Yeah, since July 11th because of his 2 FTAs. And this was July 11th. Yep. 2 FTAs and he got arrested for criminal trespass and willful obstruction. That's the only reason why we finally found him. He didn't surrender himself.
Yeah, I'm just trying to resolve all 5 cases.
I'm certainly, but one thing I need to figure out, Miss Washington, on Mr. Mulambo Hembe, positions 29, may I have a history of any probation violations, if any?
Your Honor, there was a 2011 FTA.
But he doesn't have any probation violations in the last at least 5 or 10 years?
No, I just see another FTA from 2022 and 2023. And no probation violations.
Okay, thank you. He was in 2022, he was booked in Fulton County Jail. 1, 2, September 14th, July 12th, and February 3 times. In 2022, 3 times. In 2023, he was booked in Fulton County Jail 1, 2, 3 times. In 2024, he was booked in Fulton County Jail once for stalking. In 2025, he was booked in Fulton County Jail on April 7th, released on April 8th, and then he came back to jail on April 23rd, released on April 24th, and then he got arrested again on July 11th. So the magic number appears to be 3 times. Mr. Haddad, I know you're trying to resolve this case. Why do I believe that Mr. Gibson will not reoffend?
Your Honor, I mean, I can't predict what people are gonna do, obviously, but he's gonna be on probation for up to 2 years. I'm not requesting terminating probation or anything of that sort, Judge. And obviously, if he does not comply with any of the conditions, he's gonna be right back in here, Judge. I know there's, I do believe there's, well, I'll leave it at that, Judge.
All right. So as long as we put it on the record, if I find that he's entering this plea freely, willingly, and knowingly, I'll accept the plea. But I'm going to require him to report to probation twice a month for the first year. Twice. He'll need to make 2 visits every month for the first year. And if he doesn't get into trouble, if he complies with his conditions, then probation will be amended to once a year for the second term that he's on probation. He needs to get a job, he needs to pay his probation fees, and he needs to avoid getting arrested again. And he needs to avoid the places, because if he violates any of his conditions, I don't have a problem having probation immediately request a probation warrant and have him back in jail.
Did you hear the terms from the court?
Yes.
Okay, so for the first 12 months, you need to report twice a month and pay all the fines and everything else that's required. Assuming you're in compliance with everything, the second year, you can report once a month, okay? So, are these acceptable to you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Judge,
All right, Mr. Hambe, as long as you understand, the reason why I'm being so strict is because, number one, I don't have a lot of faith in you. So you're gonna have to prove me wrong, and I love to be proved wrong.
I will, I do my best and I will.
Like I said, you have an interesting track record. You need to change that. Okay. Mr. Hembe, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
With respect to your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open cases with State Court of Fulton County, you can put your hand down. Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
I took Abilify for my bipolar, but I comprehend everything that happened.
Okay. And since you consumed the medicine, were you able to understand what's going on in your case?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with your attorney, Mr. Haddad?
Yes.
And Mr. Hambe, you were previously represented by Christine Sears. As you know, she's not here. We don't know whether she changed law firms as she's moved on to another firm, but she was your legal representative and she's not present over here today. Now, you've agreed to let Mr. Haddad take over the cases that she used to previously handle. Are you doing so freely, willingly, and knowingly?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're freely waiving your right to Ms. Sears' representation and allowing Mr. Haddad to represent you?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, I am.
And has he adequately taken care of all your interest to the best of his ability for your particular cases?
Yes.
All right. And has he explained to you that if you decide to plead guilty to all these charges, you will have to give up your constitutional right to a trial for all these cases? You will not be able to go back to a courtroom, have a trial in front of a judge or a jury, be able to confront your accusers in a court of law, be able to challenge the evidence that the state will present against you, present your own legal defenses and arguments in a court of law, and the prosecutor won't have to carry their burden to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Are you freely and willingly waiving all these rights?
Yes, I am.
And are you entering your plea freely, willingly, and knowingly?
Yes, I am.
And you understand that the court is going to require you to report to probation twice a month for the first 12 months.
Yes, I do.
And are you willing to do that?
I am. Yes.
And are you willing to comply with all the conditions of probation, including not getting arrested again?
I am. Yes.
Proof is in the pudding, Mr. Hembe, and let's see how you proceed. With regards to case 24 CR 003239B to the charge of stalking from May 16, 2024, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months to serve 45 days, credit for time served 17 days, balance probated. You'll report to probation twice a month, beginning with next Monday. He doesn't have any holes, does he, Mr. Haddad?
He does not, let me just confirm, he does not judge. Those cases that we're in front of the court, these are the only ones he's dealing with.
All right. So for this case, he will report to probation twice a month. He will have no contact with Kaylee Perez Uriotescui and her immediate family members. He is to stay away from the Publix supermarket located at 6615 Roswell Road in Sandy Springs. With regards to position 30, 25 CR 001834B, how do you plead to criminal trespass causing damage to property?
I plead guilty.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months probation consecutive to the case we just discussed, which means that if you satisfy your first 12 months of probation, then your probation will be amended to once a month for this case. And this would be credit for time served. Well, so it will be to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days, balance probated, and at all times, no contact with Yuri Faria, and stay away from 1305 Summit Place Drive, and pay a restitution of $250. You can start paying your restitution as soon as you report to probation on Monday, but you will have up to 2 years to pay off that $250, and those payments must be made to your probation officer. In the second year of probation, you must start, if you haven't started your restitution, you must start paying your restitution at a rate of $50 a month in the second year of probation. Position 31, 25 CR 002137B. How do you plead to criminal trespass from April 23rd, 2025?
I plead guilty.
Your sentence is 12 months. And this will be concurrent with position 30 to serve 32 days, credit for time served 16 days. And you are to stay away from the public store at 8275 Roswell Road. And this is where you will be reporting to probation once a month if you satisfy all the requirements from the first year of probation.
Yes, ma'am.
And for position 32, 25 CR 003931B, how do you plead to criminal trespass and willful obstruction of an officer from July 10th, 2025?
I plead guilty.
And this will be for 12 months to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, balance probated, and this will be probation also for the 137. This is consistent with, so this will be applying to the second year of probation where he reports once a month if first year is compliant, and he needs to stay away from the Target store at 13055 Highway 9, Milton, Georgia, the Target store. And for the willful obstruction is 12 months concurrent with count 1 to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days, in which he's required to do 40 hours of community service and pay a $300 fine. Now, with regards to, last but not least, 23 CR 003887B. How do you plead to 2 counts of terroristic threats and 1 count of obstruction of a law enforcement officer?
I plead guilty.
On count 1, terroristic threats, that's going to be 12 months probation to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. And this will apply to the first year of probation where he reports twice a month. And he'll be required to do 8 anger management classes and stay away from 8725 in Roswell Road. For the obstruction charge, that will be to serve 28 days, credit for time served 14 days. That's the time served. For the count 3 terroristic threats, that will be concurrent with count 1. And count 4, criminal trespass causing damage to property, that will merge with count 1. How are we doing, Ms. Young?
We're doing great.
Okay. Now, with regards to position number 30, his bench warrant of failure to appear will be dismissed. And Ms. Harrison, you will need to submit a dismissal order of the failure to appear or bench warrant from position 30. And you need to submit a second dismissal of the failure to appear and bench warrant for position 31.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Haddad, I've tried to line these up. Any questions, Mr. Haddad?
No, Judge, thank you.
Ms. Young, we good?
Just have one question. So position 32, goes with 31, okay, position 32 is in his second year. He's
Correct.
required to pay $50 a month,
Correct.
but he has a $550 fine, so you're leaving it at the $50 per month, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you, that's all.
Okay. And I mean, he can complete the conditions. I'm not going to confuse it. First year probation, twice a month.
I got that.
The probation fee is only once a month.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Hembe, this is a tall order. You have a lot to do. You have a lot to pay. Highly recommend you stay out of trouble, get a job, and don't come back to Fulton County Jail. Understood?
Yes, I do, but I think that I put the bottom of my heart.
I don't have a lot of faith, but you need to prove me wrong. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Are there any other matters? Mr. Bell. So what are we doing with Mr. Bell? Is he ready?
I did email the paperwork as per the email address I received, so they should have that.
He has the paperwork in there.
Great, thank you.
Mr. Quintavious Bell, you are charged with battery, family violence from July 11th, 2025. Your case number is 25 CR 39598. You were previously represented by Conflict Defense Counsel Maureen McLeod. First of all, I'd like to remind you that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say about the facts or circumstances of your case, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. Second of all, you have a right to appointed counsel. Since the Public Defender's Office cannot legally represent you, you do have a right to a conflict counsel who will be able to explain to you your legal circumstances, the impact of any legal decision you make upon your personal situation, how it may impact any other open cases, how it may impact your ability to get a job, to get professional licenses, and so forth. So, and if it applies, how it may impact your residency as well. But if you choose to represent yourself, then you are responsible for any legal decision you make and how it may impact those situations I just described. So given this information, are you still willing to move forward representing yourself, or would you like the services of a competent lawyer who can explain all your options to you?
I'm willing to proceed, please.
Repeat?
I'm willing to proceed, please.
Proceed as what? Represented by counsel or representing yourself?
Representing myself.
So you freely, willingly, and knowingly are waiving your right to counsel, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There is the documents in front of you. One of them is talking about waiver of counsel. There are 2 paragraphs. You need to read the top paragraph. And if you agree with those terms, you need to sign off on that. It's called waiver of counsel. And then all the other documents about what are the rights that you are waiving if you decide to accept the state's offer and plead guilty to battery, family violence. One thing you need to understand, and I will tell this to you, I don't know what your history is at the present time, but if you plead guilty to battery, family violence, and that's on your history, if you are ever again arrested for battery, family violence, it will automatically be a felony charge. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you filled out the paperwork?
I haven't had a pen yet. I will be doing.
Okay. You carry on, read very carefully, take your time, and make sure you understand all the language and check off and sign off where you're required to do so. Mr. Bartel, do you have a location where we can do our competency calendar?
Well, Your Honor, not really. Courtroom 1, okay. Yeah, I was advised that courtroom 1 is available, Judge, so I can move there.
Okay. Is there, Mr. White, if you have no other matters, you're free to go. Ms. Harrison, you're free to go as well.
We have
Okay.
a probation, probation
Oh,
violation
that's right.
in jail.
Okay. Is there a probation case at the jail?
Shemaine Coffee.
Is there a Shemaine Coffee at the?
It's coffee, sit
Downtown.
Your Honor, Mr. Coffey actually was supposed to be on the calendar for this afternoon to go before Judge Richardson. So the reason I'm on is because I did receive that email to appear for a probation violation hearing, but he's actually set to go at 2 o'clock today.
downtown, Judge.
Could you give me his case number just so I can confirm that?
Okay, and it should be 23. He has 2 cases, but I think the one that's on the calendar for today is 23 CR 004649F.
And Mr. Bartel, if, yeah, I'll see you in courtroom 1.
Yeah, we are. I think we can probably use courtroom 2. These 2 gentlemen are gonna be done in a sec.
Okay, all right, thank you. Probation revocation hearing, I've got a July 24th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Let's see, let's check out his 25 PV 1545, and that's the probation violation case.
Those
And
are cases I put
that's
on for our calendar because he was not scheduled.
okay. I don't see him scheduled before Judge Richardson, but
I'm actually the one that prepared the calendar. I'm not sure if once we submit our calendars over, if they put that in the system, but I actually set him to appear today at 2 o'clock for actually, I think for 2 cases. And that was one of them.
I can confirm with Ms. Daniel, your Honor, but is that what you want me to do?
oh, I don't have a problem with the probation addressing him with Judge Richardson.
Okay.
Number one, I don't know if the deputy has him in the courtroom or whether he's already lined up in the in the garage being waited to be either transported to the jail, to the courthouse this morning, if he's scheduled to be before Judge Richardson at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So he might not even be at Fulton County Jail. He may be en route. Because they normally get them there either early in the morning or a couple of hours before the scheduled time.
All right. I guess
So
we'll
let me
just-
check. Deputy, do you have a Sherman coffee on your pull sheet?
Yes, I have him, but he's on the downtown pull sheet, and they usually pull at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's
7.
what I thought.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're not going to be able to address him right now. So I'm going to defer to JCS, and hopefully if he's already on the downtown pull sheet, then he might already be at the courthouse. JCS will please make sure that Judge Richardson's alerted that that you've put him on that calendar and I'll remove him from this calendar.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, then you're free to go. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And I'm so sorry you had to wait, but I hope you had fun.
No worries, no worries.
Okay,
Thank you.
All right. Miss Washington, please hold while I address this one other plea. And then let's see now. Unfortunately, is Patricia Lewis, is that our Miss Lewis or is that a non-courthouse staff?
That's our Miss Lewis.
That's our Miss Lewis. Okay. And then I have Moto G 2021. Please unmute and start your video.
They're here for Mr. Head.
Oh, is that for our 11 a.m. calendar, for our competency calendar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then, and let me see. No, that person left. Oh, I think they clicked the wrong button. Okay. And then Samsung, is that for a competency calendar as well?
I'm not for sure about that one.
Samsung SMAO. You need to start, yeah, you need to start your video, please.
But it won't let me do the video. I don't know what's going on.
All right, Miss Grace or Miss Hawkins, if you can prompt Samsung to start their video.
I just did, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, we're trying to start it. For some reason, it won't let me show the video. Won't let the video start.
All right, then you cannot appear in this calendar or say anything because we can't see you.
We're trying.
What I recommend is that you leave the Zoom and correct your device so that we have audio and video.
Okay. Oh, you want me to read the motto?
Are you both here for Mr. Head?
Yeah.
Okay, so this person, Moto G, start your video. Let's make sure your video works. All right. I don't know, I don't know who's on Samsung and I don't know who's on Moto G. So Miss Grace, mute both their screens. Both of you, if you're here for Mr. Head, you have the next few moments to try to correct your video, and then we'll be able to address your case. Okay? All right. I think Mr. Bell, we'll take a few moments recess while Mr. Bell, I'm not rushing you. I want you to read and understand what you're doing, okay? You're
Yes.
not under any pressure to rush through it.
Understood. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me see. Mr. Bartel is there. So we'll take a 5-minute recess and then we'll find out what's going on in terms of the remainder of the cases. Thank you, folks.
No further consent.
Can y'all?
Miss Grace, go ahead and mute them.
Your Honor, I don't know why we can't mute them. It's like they're not connected to audio, but we keep hearing them, so I kicked them out.
I was just about to state that, Ms. Young. We are unable to mute them.
Okay. All right. They need to fix their devices. Thank you.
Your Honor, they're outside. I'm trying to help them. I don't know what's going on with their devices, but I'm trying to help them with their video.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Judge, Mr. Bell is ready.
Okay. Miss Falk. Oh, good. This is Quintavious Isaiah Bell, case number 25 CR 003-959A. Mr. Bell has been advised of his right to remain silent and he has waived his right to counsel. Mr. Bell, have you read the document with regards to waiver of counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you understood it?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
And have you signed off on it?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay. In your particular case, accusation 25 CR 3959A, you're accused of battery, family violence, from July 11th, 2025, involving Alexis Baker. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Folk, what's the recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. On this case, the state's recommendation is going to be 12 months, serve 30 days, credit for time served 14 days from July 11th, 2025 until today. Balance probated, no further contact with Alexis Baker, Family Violence Intervention Program, and no firearms. We do ask the defense, I can put the facts on the record, actually. I just realized we may need to go ahead and put the facts on the record on this case.
Okay.
So you'll just give me a moment. My apologies. My Odyssey is going a little bit slower than I would like at the moment.
While you're looking that up, I just need to make sure that Mr. Bell understands. Mr. Bell, you are aware that you have an open felony matter as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just as long as you're aware of that.
And Your Honor, I think that's why he is going pro se, since he will have to address that. I think the defense wanted to kind of wait to see what would happen with the felony. Okay. On this case, Your Honor, the incident happened July 11th of 2025 at 4891 Roosevelt Highway. The defendant became engaged in a fight with Miss Alexis Bell. He struck her with a closed fist to the face, causing her left eye to swell and her to have a busted lip and a knot that formed on her forehead. The two individuals do share children, but do not live with each other, which is the basis of the family violence. That's all for the state.
Mr. Bell, that is the plea recommendation. If you decide to move forward and plead guilty to this charge, you will be placed on probation. However, your probation will not begin until your felony hold has been resolved. In other words, you're currently in a no bond status on your felony case. And your next hearing date with, I think it's, I'm not sure who's the judge. I think it's Judge Brooks. And that's one of the JOs from Magistrate Court. And that is not scheduled until August 7th at 9 a.m. Because right now your signature bond in the felony case has been surrendered. So you're in a no bond status. So you understand that if you decide to accept this plea, your probation, your sentencing for this case will not go into, not begin until you're released from the felony case. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you still willing to move forward with this plea?
Ma'am, I am.
Repeat?
I say yes, ma'am, I am. Correct.
Okay. So now you've heard Ms. Falk, who is the prosecutor, outline the alleged factual basis to support this charge of battery family violence. In order for me to proceed with this plea, you would need to stipulate and agree that the factual basis is true and accurate. Do you so agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree that the alleged perpetrator, the defendant of the battery family violence charge in question, would be you?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you agree that this criminal offense occurred in Fulton County, Georgia on July 11th, 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And do you accept the terms of the plea offer as articulated by Ms. Falk?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you consumed any medicine or alcohol recently?
No, ma'am, I have not.
Have you understood so far what's been going on in your case involving battery family violence?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that this could have a negative impact on your open felony case?
Yes, ma'am.
If you decide to continue with this plea offer, you will need to do so freely, willingly, and knowingly. Are you willing to enter? Are you freely and willingly and knowingly entering a plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
So with that regard, you understand that you would have to waive your right to a trial. You will not go back to court. You will not have a trial in front of a judge or a jury. The prosecutor won't have to prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You will not get an opportunity to face your accusers in a court of law. You will not get the opportunity to present any legal defenses or arguments you may have with or without an attorney, and you will not be able to challenge the evidence brought against you. Are you willing to give up all these rights?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you plead to one count of battery family violence?
Plead guilty.
Repeat.
I plead guilty.
Your sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 14 days, balance probated. As I've explained, once you have been released from any and all holds, you are to report to Fulton County Probation within 48 hours of being released. While on probation, you are to have no contact with Alexis Baker. You stay 200 yards away from her, and you do not communicate with her or her immediate family members in any way, form, or manner. Do you share any children with her?
Yes, ma'am. 3.
All right. Are you married with Miss Baker?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
All right. You are to have no contact with the children that you share with Miss Baker. If you wish to have any contact with the children, you must file a legitimation action and get a court order to establish joint visitation, custody, and a parenting plan. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Within 30 days of being released and reporting to probation, you will enroll in a domestic violence intervention program. This is a series of 24 classes where you must attend and complete all the classes at your expense, and you cannot miss or skip any of the classes. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You're also not allowed to own or possess any firearms. You're not allowed to have any firearms in your home, on your person, in any vehicle you occupy, or anywhere near you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about this sentence?
No, ma'am.
All right. Miss Young, the only thing we will add to probation is that he's to have no contact with Miss Baker and immediate family, including the minor children, and he would need to file a legitimation action in order to obtain joint visitation or custody and a parenting plan. Yes, Mr. Appel.
Question, if I, after my release, of course, if I were to want to file the petition to see my kids or whatever, do you know how I would go about that? Is that possible?
You go, if they live in Fulton County, you would go to the Family Law Center. I believe it's on the 7th or 8th floor of the Fulton County Justice Center Tower. And they have the necessary paperwork for you to understand how to file a petition for legitimation.
Okay, thank you.
All right, best of luck. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you.
And Deputy, if we can have that paperwork scanned and emailed back to Miss Chanel Young.
So do I leave the paperwork there?
You leave the paperwork there. As long as you've signed off on everything, that would be good.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sending it now, Judge.
Thank you, sir. Is the courtroom too empty now, with the exception of you and Mr. Bartel?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Let me go ahead and release folks. Pre-trial, Miss Washington, you're free to go. Miss Greenhouse, thank you so much. You have a great day.
Your Honor, I will just let the court know for the 11 a.m. calendar, we do have a plea. However, it's just a time served plea with no probation.
Okay, I'm sorry, Miss Greenhouse, you get to stay with us long. Blame it on Mr. Bartel. Okay.
I'll send you a text message to have Ms. Shaw brought out.
Okay, thank you. JCS, you're free to go. There won't be any probation to address. And I'm not sure who is in courtroom 1, but we can remove courtroom 1 from the session, Miss Grace. All right, and Miss Washington, you're free to go as well because we're going to be holding a closed court, so we need to stop the recording and cancel the live stream.